Hi, employees! I am right now balancing my microphone on my thigh. Cause I can't be too loud and I don't have a stand that can bring it close to my face without room reverb, so I'm trying to like use my thigh to dampen the room reverb. It's going. It's going. Does it sound okay? Because there's literally so much reverb, I had to curl up in a ball with like my whole body trying to block the reverb from the microphone. So, is the audio okay? Is the level tolerable and stuff? It sounds good, okay. That's a relief, because we're gonna be at this volume stuck for a few days, unfortunately. Let me go down and say hi to everyone who came in. Hi, C14. Hi, Demo. Hi, Mouse. My voice is probably gonna crack a lot trying to speak this quiet, but it's fine. Hey, Bunk Proof. No summoning in this game, though. Just a visual novel. No gacha today. Hi, Rakumuro. Hey, True Sonic. Hi, Demo. Yoru, thank you for the follow. Also, sorry for the huge delay. I wanted to start 45 minutes ago, but when I was about to go live, actually, the first time before I scheduled it, I noticed, that the room reverb was unbearably awful, so that's why I had to figure out the sigh thing. TGM, thank you for 17 months. Never trust honeysuckle from a fly, or at all, apparently. My poor stomach. I tried, like, Huxup or, like, fly honeysuckle for the first time, and it, like, I've not been feeling alive ever since I had it. My poor stomach. And Alex, thank you for 17 months. Merry Chrysler. Hope everyone has good tax returns or whatever Christmas is about. Are you a bah humbug? You don't have Christmas? You don't have Christmas in New Zealand? Is that it? Right, guys, they're a little. The smoothie was very good, though. It was very, very delicious. There's a lot of hemp in it, so I still got a protein. Maybe I put too much hemp. I usually put 3 tablespoons, but I couldn't find a tablespoon, so I used 2 huge ice cream scoops. Maybe I gave myself like hemp poisoning. Is that a thing? I don't know. That could have been it. Also, Brandon Sipes. I'll tell them that everyone said hi. And hi, Obake and Zimmerwin. Sorry that there's been a bit of a lack of streams. I wanted to do this one actually a couple days ago, really, really late after the Game Awards, but it was late enough that I didn't really feel comfortable doing something this loud. I might do a really late night one set after the collab today, but it'll be like, if I do anything, it's gonna be like ASMR, a cappella karaoke. For like 30 minutes of very soft singing or something. Like softer than this, because it'll be late. I'll say back on Stefanci, and Aiden Steele, and Kristen Texan. And Deborah, Yildafdore. Yeah, it's ASMR-ish. I don't really know what else to call it. TJM, thank you for the super comfy stream. Let's go. And if you guys in a comfy blanket, I'm in a comfy blanket, partially just to help with the soundproofing. I missed the box. I like my soundproofing. And welcome, Breed, and Ro, and Rapture Queen. I'm glad the volume is at least dealable. No one seems upset. So it should be okay. It's just very different today. Carson, your coffee miracle snack shop arrived. I'm glad. I know you were having so much trouble. I'm really happy you finally got it. I feel so happy for you. I'm to tell him, Mouse, yo, this is great. Shut up. Time to vanish. I'm jealous. I wish I could vanish, Alex. Shut up, shut up. All of you wanted that ASMR. Can't disturb the family. I'm more worried about disturbing the neighbors, honestly. They put up with me when they visit. They can deal with my loudness. I've always been loud. I'm more worried about the neighbors. I don't want to disturb the peace. They have a nice, quiet apartment building. I haven't heard the neighbors once. I don't want to be that neighbor. You know? Hi, Singing. At least I hope the cozy is a nice change of pace. Instead of being a burden, I hope it's a nice change of pace. Hi, Nyatter and Poppy and G Peeps. Hi, Kirko Gamer. We'll just be in a little quiet today. That's what's up. It's quiet. Sounds about right to ice cream scoops. Maybe that's too much for hemp. It is what it is. We should do this on stream more often. I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man. My vocal stamina is pretty low speaking this quietly. Yeah, Xenoblade got really shafted. I was really mad at the Game Awards. I really wanted it to get the OST, but God of War won everything. I've heard it was a really good game, so I'm not saying it didn't deserve the awards, but I think if it was nominated, it should have been for next year, not this year. It just kind of felt weird that it won so many awards when it just came out, you know? At least it didn't win Game of the Year, that's one thing. You've already seen that clip, oh god. I thought that was a fever dream until I read that they got arrested afterwards, and then I learned it was actually... Oh god, I almost puked for a second. I found out it was actually real. Is Akka doing any better? I don't want to speak for Akka, so you'll have to wait and see any information that comes for her. In general, if someone's really sick, I don't feel super comfortable sharing for them. I think it's a very personal thing, so it's up to her how much and what she wants to share, so I can't give any information on that. I did hear from her in the first 24 hours, though, so it's not like she's disappeared off the face of the earth. But I'm not super comfortable giving updates on my end. You're in a comfy pile of blankets. Nice, I'm glad at least one other person is. Asanji and Sinan, welcome! Volume-wise, I'm louder than usual, really? Tone-wise, it's not though. I cranked the volume really high because I'm whispering. If that's too loud, I can turn it down. Hold on. Will get better quality if I turn it down. Uh, this is maybe a little closer to normal, and you'll get higher quality if it's a little bit lower. Alright, let me know if the game volume is okay when it starts as well. Also, Takanokyo, hey, hello! Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey Gaming's hello! Mouse, thank you! For, it doesn't say how many, oh, this is super, not a month, it's the same color, I got confused. Dropping a vote to make the style more regular? No! No! Yeah, Aka posted not too long ago. She's alive at least. I know what she's dealing with though. It's not like anything deadly or anything. Don't worry, she's not gonna die. It is something that's not very fun to deal with, but it's not like COVID or like anything really bad. Don't worry. Remember the Hummer, hello! Would you recommend this game for a spoiled little girl around the age of 12? I'm not 100% sure. I know that sometimes Type Moon has all age versions, but if I had to say, guess on not knowing for sure if it was all age version, I'd say maybe it could be an edoge or at least leaning in that direction. So I'd say maybe not around 12. If you're looking for a visual novel for around 12, It's a combo RPG and visual novel, but The World Ends With You is probably a really good choice. There might be some other ones as well. You're looking for one for your daughter. The World Ends With You could be an option. If she likes otome games, there's some that are a little more teen and would be fine for teens. I did download, I bought one recently. What's it called? Let me look it up real quick. If she likes visual novels. Taisho Alice. I'll type it in chat. I think Taisho Alice is teen, so that'll probably be fine for someone around 12. It wouldn't be like rated M or anything. Taisho. Try searching that one. You might be able to find it on the eShop. That could be potentially a good choice. It might be a little bit of a safer bet than this one, just in case. But you can look it up in case this one would be okay for someone around 12. I just don't know for sure. Ro, are you oh, that must be Twitch, Ro. Oh, that's your icon went yellow. I got confused. Yeah, that's still out there. It really sucks. Really sucks. I haven't done very much because I'm one of the people that's got to be... You know, some people have to be a little more careful than others around COVID for personal or health reasons. In my case, multiple. So I just can't really do too much, but visiting family for a while is nice. Just gotta be careful. That's true! The Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series is excellent if they haven't played it. Or Professor Layton. Those would be really good for 12-year-old. Good call, Brandon Sipes. I think those are excellent ideas. Nice, Karina. And Corvus, welcome! If anyone else has any good suggestions too, feel free to throw them out. And if anyone else is looking for gift ideas for different ages, or people who are fans of certain things, shout them out. I'd love to, maybe we could help think of ideas for people. How and why is COVID still a thing? Because people don't want to take steps to help slow it down. To be blunt, there's a lot of things we could... I hear loud footsteps upstairs. It startled the shit out of me. Well, people don't want to take steps that could prevent it, and people are dumb, and because of that, it's still going. I'm not gonna get too into political things or whatever. I will think, certain approaches, to the extreme don't work because, you know, you're never gonna 100% solve it, but also a lot of, approaches that are too lax don't work because then you get more mutations. It just sucks. Are the Zero Escapes games good if she's into mystery? I think so. If she's okay with horror, 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, they're rated M. So it depends on how comfortable you are with your kid playing an 18+ game, but there's no, like, super sexual content or anything. I feel like if you found my stream, you're probably the type of person that's okay with whatever would be in that game for your kid. It's a really good series if she wants something a little more psychological. I'd say it would be a good starter visual novel. Virtue's Last Reward 999. You could probably find it on Switch as the Nonary games. It would probably, if it's not on Switch, it's on Steam. It would probably be a really good introduction. Yeah, just a lot of cursing and bloodshed. So it's probably a good choice. Sorry, you're gonna get some really loud eating and drinking. I'll be a bit loud during the collab because I don't want to be an asshole and ruin the collab. But it's gonna be whispery during my solo. Sorry, guys. Screen went dark. Is it back? Oh, you mean the Switch? It's back now. If you mean the Switch. Not me almost smashing the glass desk. Should we get back with the start of What's on the Holy Night? It's gonna be a little more like ASMR, chill reading than usual, but it has voice acting, so we're fine. Also, welcome soon. What story is this? Witch on the Holy Night. Let's give it a look. Also, Flame, hello. I'm here. I'm just very quiet. I am very quiet. I'm a very different person when I'm quiet, because I think a big part of my gremlin is the sheer volume that I usually speak at. IRL, I often speak, actually, believe it or not, when I'm not streaming, I actually speak somewhat closer to this volume. So, if you want to know what my natural voice is, probably a little closer to this, actually. A little in the middle of my normal voice that I use on stream versus whatever this is. But less raspy, because having to speak quiet makes me raspy. Also, NSFW, welcome! Alright, let's get going. So for those of you who don't know Type Moon as well, this is a company that made Tsukihime and Fate and a bunch of other stuff. I know there's a really, really good anime. I keep wanting to say Infinity, but that's wrong. The company that has the opening that's like you know which one. I can't sing it loud enough right now. Anyway, let's get into it. Also, Miss Amalik, welcome! It's not Fate, the one I'm thinking of, though. It's something else. The Oblivious. That's the name of the song. Oblivious. Let me look it up real quick. What is it from? Oblivious. I think it's from a visual novel. Kyokai no Kana. I think no. Kara Kyokai something. Oblivious visual novel. Kyokai no Kara? I think it's Kyokai no Kara. Kyokai no Kara. Yes! Kyokai no Kara, Garden of Sinners. Yes, Garden of Sinners. It's from that one. I think it's also by Type Moon. At least it's the same artist, if I'm wrong. Anyway, this is probably gonna be a story. We're not gonna finish it on stream though. I'm just gonna do the demo, so we gotta get into it before we miss too much. Okay, let's go. This is the story. No. I want to play properly. About a harem. Okay, but knowing Type Moon, probably. Of two witches residing in a mansion upon the hill. At least you guys get, I guess for the vibe of this game, this narration level kind of works. Let me know if the game volume's too loud. Once we have music. You might have really loud stomach growls. I'm sitting like out, so it's balancing on my thigh, but it's touching my stomach. Hi, Maureen. Alright, let me know if the volume compared to voice is okay. Because it's good on my end. But I need to know if it's okay on your end. Let me take a peek at the levels where I can see them a bit better. think it should be okay. Sounds good. Good. I'm glad. Okay. Perfect. Much like the weather outside, the foyer was overcast with shades of grey. Perhaps by deliberate design, the architect had chosen not to include any lights in the entrance area. The ceiling was 2 floors high. God, I'm jealous. It sounds like such a nice place. The only light in the room came from the skylight. It was particularly gloomy on rainy days. On moonless nights, it was like the world itself had ceased to be. Aoko decided the drawing room to the east would be a good place to rest, but knowing that she would not be able to relax until she changed clothes, she started up the stairs. Sora, the orange juice mascot, hello! The stairs curled up the wall to the 2nd floor hall. Joey, hello! Remember seeing this game years back? Should have gotten it? I think it just came out for Switch in English though. I don't know if it was out in English in the past. Unless it might have been on Vita, I can't remember. There was a 3rd floor attic as well, accessible from the far end of the hall. She had never set foot in there the 2 years she'd lived there though. The Kuonji mansion was more or less divided into 2 wings, east and west. Aoko had been given the entire east wing, but the 2 rooms were more than enough as far as she was concerned. Everything's good, thank you! Well, actually everything's hell, but it's fine. we're using low volume because we gotta do what we gotta do. I am always on PC, okay. I turned on the shower at my siblings' playroom temporarily saying, and I broke it. So I've been in hell without a working shower. And I know that sounds like no big deal. You might be like, well, Pam, why don't you just take a bath? I mean, of course, that's what I ended up doing, but when your hair is longer than your butt, do you know how hard it is to take a bath? Do you know how hard it is to wash your hair without fresh running water? It's so hard. Your voice is soft and soothing. You see, I'll even admit, this is why it's a shame that I don't like ASMR, because my natural tones, when I get really loud and excited, the voice you hear on the stream, that's just my real voice excited, but often I'm really calm and chill, and sound a little bit more towards, like, kind of like now, like a little bit more in the direction of fauna, not quite fauna, but in that direction. So it's kind of a shame that I don't like ASMR, because I feel like I'd have a lot of potential for ASMR. So, if you consider shaving your hair, fuck, you're 14! No, I have not. I feel like I could probably do more at this level occasionally on Rare if you guys really like the quiet voice stream, but I feel like it's more a hindrance for the type of stream that you guys are used to, and I feel like it's not the best quality I can give because you guys want my screaming. So, for now, hopefully this is okay. Oh. At least this way, we can have a stream. As you break the shower, you've always done a bit of plumbing work and it made me think simple. I turned it on and it broke and now it's leaking. I'm sorry. I broke it. And the worst part is, I'm staying at my siblings because there's some repairs being done at the box, and part of it is things I broke myself. So I broke my PC. Guys, I break everything I touch. I swear to fucking God, I break everything I touch. I guess we're still getting gremlin. The screaming will begin. We can't scream though. I don't want to get kicked out. I don't want to get evicted. So instead of screaming, we'll sound like if we have any screaming, I'm gonna have to tense up my throat. So instead of screaming, we just have and it sounds sounds like I'm being strangled by a serial killer. It's not quite screaming, but it is what it is. I'm not talking the opposite of Midas, that's the reverse. That's true, he might have broke a lot of stuff too, maybe that's why he got so good at fixing shit. Box eviction speedrun, no thanks. I did have caffeine though, so I had caffeine because I was so stressed, just from everything going to hell. So I am gonna have to ask you guys a favor. Also, birth gift our master. I'm gonna have to ask you guys a big favor. If I start screaming, please tell me to shut up. Please in chat, if you guys notice the caffeine making me get too loud and I don't notice, please yell at me in chat to shut up. I might not notice. Maybe you can ask your sibling if you can use the entire East Wing. Right now, I have them like shoved in the back corner of the apartment. With headphones playing Switch, and I told them not to speak and not to move and not to do anything. I feel like I'm terrorizing my sibling in their own home. But if you guys hear them speak, like no matter what they sound like or who they are, you guys are gonna make weird assumptions or say things or make them come on and say things. And I don't want that. So I told them to just like go in a corner and shut up. And I made them put on headphones and put it really loud because I don't want them to hear me streaming. Because my sibling is a lot more say-so than me, and they'll be like traumatized if they hear me streaming. So this is like the worst case, but oh well. I was actually debating doing Hildebrand and getting them to join me to voice Hildebrand because they do a lot of weird voices that sound like James from Pokemon, and I feel like they could have done a really good Hildy, but I can't do that to them. I can't do that. Oh, I also have bad news. I found out on Monday, my other sibling is visiting. So on Monday, I'm gonna have 2 siblings shoved in the corner. I don't know if I'm gonna stream on Monday, guys. If I find out I can go home as soon as Tuesday, I might just skip Monday and stream on Tuesday. But if it's gonna be another number of days, they're gonna be here anyway, so we're gonna have multiple siblings shoved in the corner. I'll see you tomorrow. And no, they haven't seen the streams. I don't let them. I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best given the circumstances. Anyway, let's go back to the chill narration for the game. After I have a bite. I have the hunger. I don't think I should hang out with my siblings on stream, to be honest. 1, they'd be traumatized, and 2, I feel like there's too much of a chance that we would accidentally like say each other's real names. Which is probably a really bad idea. I mean, for me it's fine, because they'll just call me Boss. You guys know that that's my like God-given name. I'm just Boss. That's the OG. It's canon. Well, actually, Pami-sama. My real name is Pami-sama. I am the god of this realm. So if they call me Pami-sama, actually, it'd probably just reinforce. But it's still not very safe. Alright, so let's go back into the soft narration. She had no desire to open a door that would trap you in a storybook world, or lead to an attic that had only been used for storage these last 5 years. Hi, Flores! I think the game was out on PC earlier, so it was probably out on Steam as my guess. Or maybe on like Manga Gamer or something. Yeah, I'm surprised how well Silver does streaming with her family. Honestly, if I knew for sure we wouldn't mess up with things like that, I'd love to. And if I knew that mine wouldn't be traumatized. With the record, she tried playing Genshin. In fact, then after hours of downloading updates, it crashed for trying to load the game. Genshin is just a problem. I can admit that, and I play it. It's on PC and PS4 as well. Yeah. Silver Veil, I think. She streams with Mama Veil, and I think Sister Veil. Am I right, or am I wrong about that one? I think so. Alright. Oh. I really like the piano OST in this game too. I thought this game would be perfect for the soft vibes because it really suits the softness. Her mom and her brother. Okay, so it was Brovale. Alco's room was at the end of the East Wing's long corridor. She had elected for a smaller room for no other reason other than she thought it would be easier to clean. It was furnished with a large bed, her beloved mahogany desk, her wardrobe and chest for her clothes, and 2 9-shelf bookcases. Yeah, the piano really adds to it, doesn't it? I don't think it's a horror game, but it probably has like some horror or thriller elements, at least psychological, knowing Type Moon. That is all. Blah blah blah. Hold on. Oh my god, my stomach. Shut up. Okay. That is all she brought with her from home. Her entire life of 16 years reduced to this. If we ever do more comfy streams, I feel like Umineko could be a... No, Umineko music goes hard. Maybe it wouldn't be good for stuff like this. She borrowed the next room down for her own She borrowed the next room down for her own purposes.
そうだ。アリスにもらった見張りと壊れてないかチェックしないと。
What hold on a sec. What I really like about this visual novels is that it's not just the static image and background. It's really creative what they've done with the scenes. It's really nice. Saya no Urakam. I don't know about that mouse. I don't know about that. She needed to see if the project she'd been working on all night had borne fruit. Umineko actually means seagull. Yeah, I know. I was kind of questioning too, like, what's a watchtower? Is that like a code word for something? The study next door served as proof of the life she had been living for the last year and how different that life was from the one she had lived before. It was not a room for the person she had been. It was a room for the person she would eventually become. A place of solitude that only she could enter. Or so she thought.
うわ、壊れてるどころか跡形もなく消え去ってる。やっぱ自己流アレンジはまだ早かったか。いいわよ。笑いなさいよ、コマ撮り。
Yeah, there's a lot of fighting games based on visual novels. I feel like a lot of them too are Type Moon ones. It's kind of cool though, because visual novels are such a blank slate for any adaptation. Yeah, the piano's going really hard. Kind of love it though. Ah, even the movement for the bird is so nice. The nosy neighbor that had intruded upon her sanctuary flew away. That's such nice writing. One thing I will say about Type Moon, also hi Aaron Kelly, that I think is important. Oh, those are for Shana. I'm sorry, I missed you. Welcome. That I do both like and dislike. It's gonna be the thing that determines whether you like them or not. Much like Corpse Factory and Hashihime, it's very flowery language. There's a lot of adjectives, like Neon, welcome, and like metaphors. Also, Alex Degato, I'm doing good. It's very flowery. So for people who just want to read a little bit and get right to the point, it's probably not for you. People who enjoy to read nice novels, these are basically really fancy novels with visuals and music. So if you're a novel reader, Type Moon is probably a great choice for you. Yeah, the purple prose I like the prose, it's quite nice. While not exceptionally talented, Aoko did not lack for effort and was not afraid to fail. One could have almost mistaken her approach for optimism. Yeah, big concepts to explain magic. That is true. She changed out of her uniform and returned to the first floor. Alright, simple. I'm not a fan of Kinoko Nasa's style, but I like their world building. Yeah, the world building is really, really nice. I will admit I don't know a lot about the writing style. When it comes to Type Moon, I mostly know about them from their music from the games. I've never actually played one or watched much of a show, so it's new for me. So Mafia, welcome! I really do like their visual style though, it's really unique for the game's direction. Down the stairs, she opened the door to the east wing into the corridor as dark as a cellar. Dance Yellow! It is Mahoutsukai no Yoru! It is! It just came out in English for Switch a couple days ago. Yeah, the pants are kind of blasphemy though. Only they fully believe what they've written. I would agree, Josh, I would agree. The absence of windows meant it was pitch black without the lights on, so she flicked the switch and entered the nearby doorway. Also, what do you guys think of my temporary stream look? It's a little bit different. I did set up redeems, but I guess they're not working. I don't know if it's censored or not. It might be an all ages version if it's on Switch, but I'm not 100% sure. We have to use a different chat one here because my other chat program, I couldn't quite download. I had to get an alternative, so it's a little different. We don't have stream avatars because I don't want to crash my laptop. I'm trying to make sure the CPU is not like overloaded. But I really wanted to make sure I could still stream while I'm away, so I hope you guys are okay with this. We might have some more quiet, comfy streams while I'm away. We'll see. It had been her idea to update the drawing room. The game is only all ages. Type Moon hasn't made an eroge since the... Oh, really? Fate Type Moon was the only one for some reason? I thought they all were. I thought Kyokai no Kara, that one was also an eroge though, wasn't it? Kyokai no Kara and Fate Stay Night I know for sure were, so I kind of just assumed that all of their games were. Oops, I guess I was wrong on that one then. Writing novel's a hobby, but it feels very monotone. You can't put the things from your head into this paper. Try writing on paper. Have you tried that? I'm a writer as well, but I find I can do much better when I write on paper. Something hits different about just writing out ink on paper. Don't you guys feel? Why do I sound so much more whimsical right now? My quiet voice sounds so whimsical. We should just do a late night soft, just chatting stream with some calm music like this. We can talk about very, very big brain things in a very soft, relaxing way. I feel like that could be fun. This girl never experienced a blackout. True, as someone who has very frequent power outages, I don't think she would like living my life. Maybe sticking the game name by the link would help people find it. That's true. I could add a link. Shit. How do I add that? Let me see if I have a spot for the game title. Let me see. I guess it's true. People might not be able to find it. I assume they'd find it in the description and stuff, but based on how often people ask me if it's there, and don't look, they probably can't. Holy night. For people who don't know what the game is. Good call, thank you. Bit smaller, I think. There. Sure, now it's easier to search for, I think. Yeah. Good call. Thank you. Thank you. When Red OK became mainstream. I mean, to be fair, from what I've heard, it's also just their well, actually, I've heard questionable things. Both their best or their worst, depending. How do you ask? Still getting used to soft voice? I warned you guys it was going to be very, very, very different. I hope. To Drew Boy, welcome. A title that makes no sense. I thought it sounded very Christmassy, so I was like, cool December game. And Lord Iceman, welcome. I'm glad you got your Twitch account back. Again, I'm not sure if I should say I'm sorry or you're welcome that you get soft voice microphone cupped in my thighs, but Eat Bit Avenue, welcome. It's either I'm sorry or you're welcome. Depending on who you are. I author both responses. Alright, let's play a bit more. The walls were decorated with extravagant patterns. And around the room were large, majestic sofas. What can I say except you're welcome? Akumo, it is Mahoutsukai no Yoru. I forgot to add that in the fucking tags. I want to quickly add that in the tags. I forgot what the Japanese title was, and I feel like that's probably pretty important to have in the tags. Give me a minute. AKA Mahoutsukai no Yoru. God, I can't believe I forgot the Japanese title of the game. That's pretty bad. What can I delete to add this? There we go. There we go. That's an embarrassing thing to forget. Alright. There we go. It's Brian Gilmartin, hello! Okay. And a luxurious Persian rug. Amidst it all was a 30-inch television that seemed completely out of place. It's a very small TV. Looks good for playing GameCube. It stood looking over the other furniture like the emperor with no clothes. The mansion's owner would have rather done without it, but to a commoner like Alco, it was an essential commodity. Does anyone even consider a TV still an essential quality? I think most people just use monitors. I don't know how many people still have TVs. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do have a TV, but if I moved again and I had to prioritize what I would buy, a TV wouldn't be it. They had fought over its presence at first, but eventually came to an agreement and now mutually enjoyed this modern comfort. I feel like most monitors are also TV size nowadays. Just get a big monitor. That's true. It was set in the 90s or early 2000s-ish probably, so that might be part of it. Also, Fluffy Biscuits, hello! I came from a pretty traditional household myself. Now in a somewhat pleasant mood, she decided to brew some tea. Oh wait, that was me speaking, I didn't need to say that. She boiled some water in the kitchen, prepared a teapot, and made herself some black tea. God, I actually want to make a video making a recipe for you guys. Have you tried? I know they've made a new latte at Starbucks where it's like chestnut praline. I want to try making homemade chestnut praline, but like blending steamed chestnuts into it. Or blending roasted chestnuts, and instead of like caffeine, using like barley tea. I'll try making a video out of it and recording it so I can show you guys how to do it maybe. That would be really fun. You've been moving back with your parents in a little over a month and a half. I hope that's a good move for you. I know that there's a lot of stereotypes against people living with their parents, but honestly, if you get along well with your parents and don't mind it, and it saves you money, and they don't mind having you there, I feel like it's great. I feel like there should be less stigma against it, because really, rent and houses are so expensive that as long as you're happy living with your parents and they don't mind having you there, what's wrong with it? Why is everyone so like, you need to not do this thing, when really, there's nothing wrong with it? So if any of you guys do, no shame, no shame. Stigmas can go fuck themselves. Hazelnut hot cocoa would slap. Oh, that would be really good. Do you like Garden of Sinners? I only know the music, but I really like the music. Audible M. Turner, welcome! Exactly! If it's an option and you have to, and they'll let you, it's a win. Also, Nightier, thank you for the follow. You got your food cool down. I hope it when it cools down, it's tasty. You're good, folks. Then I'm glad. Sounds like it'll be good then. That sounds good. Exactly. As long as everyone's cool with it, saving money is great. You're learning to play Final Fantasy 14 with the mouse and keyboard. It's so hard. Good luck, Corvus. It's so hard. I guess it's because a lot of people don't learn to be independent. That's true, but as long as you know how to be independent, what's wrong with it? You can help. It's not that just your parents would look after you if you're with them. Wouldn't you also look after your parents? Like, you can cook for yourself, you can take yourself places, you can do everything. Like, it's just another person to help all look out for each other. You can still be independent. Even if you're there or not. Anyway, that's how I view it. I'd recommend Garden of Sinners, but also there's no legal way without playing Aniplex prices. Aniplex is expensive. I don't know why it's so expensive, but it is. It is what it is. It's just annoying. When we have bite again. Exactly, multi-generational households are pretty common outside of the US. They're pretty common in a lot of places, to be honest. I think people always forget that. Because so much of the world is US-centric that people forget that other things exist. That's true, especially people who help like pay rent or pay their parents' mortgage or whatever. It's like perfectly fine. It's sad that there are situations that are different though, where parents just pay for everything. I'm not gonna lie, there's times where I have to stay with mine occasionally for reasons, and I am the one that's like buying them food and shit. At least to be like helpful, you know? Anyway, we've looked at this teapot long enough. With a flop, she sank into the sofa. You're not hearing too much fabric scuffling, are you? I'm vibrating a little bit from the caffeine, and my microphone is like rubbing my thighs, and I want to make sure that's not being recorded with audio. Okay, cool. I don't need the microphone to record thigh rubbing. Also, Joshua Gaming, hello. A little bit of scuff, I'm sorry, it's the best I can do. With a flop, she sank into the sofa. She took a sip of her tea, then another. The lighting visuals here are so beautiful. There's so many different layers to that visual. The backgrounds in this game are just beautiful. From what I have heard, Witch on the Holy Night, in terms of visuals, is like a pure masterpiece. In terms of visuals and audio, it's supposedly their best work. Renaming the stream to thigh rubbing ASMR would do wonders for your analytics, though. I don't know if that's the type of views I'd want, though. To be honest. When is the next Pokemon stream? I'm so sorry. I said I was gonna do one today, but I really don't feel like a Pokemon stream with a soft voice is going to be what you guys want. Considering most of you have been watching the Pokemon streams to get me voice acting the story, I think that's going to be more of a hindrance than helping. So I'm probably not going to do a Pokemon stream until mid or late next week. But I'll try to clip another one of those voice acting things from stream. Maybe one of the other trainers I haven't clipped yet. Just so that there's at least a Pokemon clip. Because I know that I'm kind of lucky and Pokemon has been kind of carrying me a bit lately. But I can't do Pokemon right now. I don't feel like I can do a good job with it right now. Lulled by the ticking of the clock, she took a third sip as she pondered how to spend her afternoon. The sofa almost seemed to be inviting her, and she sunk even further into its comforting embrace. Oi. Aoko blearily opened her eyes as she lifted her body up from the cushions. Even the cushion looks very Christmassy right now. I want it. It looks comfy. And this music is even more beautiful. The chords are so nice. Thank you so much for the raid. I can't do a singing thank you right now, but I will give you a shout out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I didn't set up the shout outs. Hold on. Hold on, I can get them. Overlays. Shout out. Settings. Here we go. Just give me 1 sec to import. Hold on. God, this is such a beautiful OST. I wonder if the OST was remastered. Because the quality sounds really, really good. Okay, give me just 1 sec. Okay, hold on. Pum, pum, pum. Shut up. Here we go. Yeah. Come on. Oh, maybe I don't have any clips because I don't think the raid clip is going to work. Hold on. I tried, at least I'm sorry. I messed with the game back. It doesn't seem to be working. I set it up so either there's no clips or it's just not working. I don't know. Well, today we're doing a quiet voice ASMR narration stream, just because we're a little more limited in how much volume we can use. But thank you so much for the raid! Alright. Yeah, Tight Moon never fails on the music front. 100%. Oh shit, hold on. Like it's sliding down my leg. Okay, I got it. Sorry if that made a horrible noise. It's like slid all the way down my leg. I had to lift it up again. Hold on. Okay. This was no dream or delusion. At some point, a girl had sat down across from her. Not the least bit surprised, she reached for her teacup. But the tea within had gone completely cold.
寝てた。
寝てた。はい、寝てた。She asked the question to the girl on the other side of the table.
ええ。
Mercenary yellow! The girl answered without lifting her gaze. I'm assuming they're both witches, maybe? Why are they isolated here, though? I guess we'll probably find out. I'm glad you're enjoying lurking sometimes. When silent, she could have been mistaken for a beautiful doll. The girl sitting on the opposite sofa was reading an old book. She had delicate limbs and pale white skin. Not a hint of humanity emanated from her melancholic aura. She had darker hair than Alco. Mr. Calamello! And her icy eyes were focused on the pages in front of her. Her clothes resembled that of a nun, but were actually her school uniform. What kind of fucking school wears that uniform? Honestly, though, it's kind of cute. I would wear that dress just because. In Alco's humble opinion, the gloominess suited her. She evoked something out of a painting. There was something unreal about her, as if she were frozen in time. Give me 1 second. What? Make me cough a bit more talking so quiet. I want to scream thank you, but I can't. I'll give you thank you whispers. Gotta go. Thank you for stopping by though. The white of her neck was so lovely that even Aoko found herself enchanted by it. Is it bad that I shipped them already? The girl was one of the haunted house's 2 residents. Was she a ghost then? Her name was Alice Kuonji, and she was the same age as Aoko. This is the weirdest coincidence, but I actually have that teapot. Like, legitimate, I have a teapot that looks identical to this one. What I want for Christmas, I just want to sleep in. And to have everything stop breaking on me. I want one day where I can go to bed at a normal time instead of like 8 a.m. Because right when I'm about to go to bed, something breaks. Like, please.
Oh yeah, baby, get that money.
One day where I can go to bed not at 8 a.m. That sounds beautiful. Ah, it is what it is. But Akumu tossed. Oh, that's a currency. I was like, is that a name? I got confused. I got really confused for a second here. Okay. Alice answered indifferently. Not that it bothered Aoko, who was now used to it. She looked at the clock on the wall and saw that it was already 7. Time to celebrate the band! I got in so bland! If you don't think you're getting anything for Christmas this year, I have an idea. If you're still having a family gathering, what if you do something like, instead of a regular Christmas dinner where whoever's hosting cooks, what if you all bring different types of ingredients and you make a feast together? Make some memories for Christmas. I might be in a similar situation, I don't know if or what. Well, I can give other people stuff for Christmas. I'm very privileged right now to be able to. But I don't know, I know they've been saying like, if we can't get the normal, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. So I'll figure it out. Also, that's about Nilda. Is there a raid on YouTube or is that from the raid on Twitch? If it's from the raid on Twitch, thank you for coming over afterwards. Oh, you're on Twitch as well. Thanks for coming in for the raid. She looked at the clock on the wall and saw that it was already 7. She'd been asleep for 2 hours. This is one of the oldest things in Astro. It is one of the older things, I'm pretty sure. So I've been curious about it. Your reading voice sounds so safe. I warned you it would sound very different. I warned you. And yeah, I'm sorry to hear that your family lost everything at one point, Chris, but that is really it. There's a lot more important than gifts. I mean, it sucks if you're in a situation where you can't get everything. It sucks to be more in a situation where you can't give anything because you feel bad about it. But really, sometimes it can be an opportunity to discover things that really matter. Oh my god. I want to talk to you guys about a past Christmas I had. Well. actually going to tell you about a few past Christmases I had, just to be transparent. It's nothing severe or anything, don't worry. But I feel like some of you in tough situations might feel a bit better hearing that even like someone like me, rich, famous, world powerful CEO, has been through some shit. When I was a kid, we had a number of Christmases where also Dad, hello. We actually didn't have any presents or any food. We were on a list with like a church organization nearby, where basically, like, you know how they sometimes have trees or whatever where you can pull names on it and adopt a family for Christmas, buy them like food and presents and stuff? Essentially, we were adopted with one of those programs for Christmas. So welcome. Like we didn't have anything. Yeah, we were an angel tree type family. Yeah. I went through a number of years where we were really poor, so that's why sometimes, even though I'm a rich, powerful CEO now, if something happens and I gotta buy like another copy of a game or program or something, and you guys are like, it's just $40, my brain panics. Because once you grow up in that mentality, costs of things sometimes they feel a bit more intense. Something that like might be not a big deal to everyone else can be a little scary to you. Also, new account, hello. Yeah, the art looks a lot like Melty Blood because it's by Type Moon. But yeah. So sometimes I might overreact about expenses that really I can handle, but I say I can't, and my brain thinks I can't, but really I can if it came down to it. It's just kind of rough because of it. But because of that, I want to try adopting a family myself this Christmas. So I should look into if it's not too late. I want to give back now that I can afford it this year. In addition, this one's just funny. This one has nothing to do with money. It's just hilarious. A few years ago, I actually had the power go out. On Christmas Eve. My whole family was always, I was staying with my family, like my parents, all my siblings in one place, and I stay up all night, right? I'm an all-nighter type person, so I was going to bed at like 5 or 6 a.m. And my family was already asleep. I was getting washed up, everything was fine, and then as I was getting washed up, the power went out. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep and pretend I didn't see that and hope that when I wake up the power's back. Well, when I woke up the power wasn't back. The power wasn't back. So we had no power the entire Christmas day. We had a thawed out turkey in the fridge. We lost like everything we bought for Christmas dinner because the power just didn't come back for like 2 days. We lost literally all the food, except we were in really good spirits, I'm not gonna lie. We were laughing a lot, it was really funny. I remember doing a lot of like multiplayer 3DS games and shit. Honestly, it's one of the best Christmases I had in a long time. It was really fun. I kind of miss it. If that happened again, I don't think I'd be sad. It was really, really funny. But it was quite funny. So I think the only reason I wanted to share those two stories is just because sometimes you think things are bad, but they're not always as bad. Sometimes it can make you really appreciate things later. So if anyone's having a bit of a rougher year this year, do your best. Do your best. We're all here with you in spirit. Yes, no, really took out the power. Anyway, let's get back into reading.
せっかくの紅茶が冷めちゃったじゃない。
True, that's the worst. My tea is cold too.
私が来た時はもう冷めてたわ。でしょうね。行ってみただけよ。
Uncle drank down the rest of the cold tea in one gulp. In the poorly heated Konji mansion, that was more than enough to clear her head and wake up. I feel like my vibes are a lot more say-so when I use calm voice. I have been still saying some fuckers, but we'll see if I can stream really, really late after the collab at this volume. If you guys do enjoy the chill, maybe we can do a comfy just chatting for like an hour after Rita's collab. We'll see.
こうなるとフォートナム&メイソンも何もないわね。
I'm not sure how late that might be though. Might end up being after midnight for the building I'm in.
おかえり、アリス。玉の贅沢もあんた抜きじゃ閉まらないってことかしら。
I'm a little worried about being loud in an apartment after midnight, so we'll have actual whisper at that point.
今日は役日か天中殺か。ちょっと早いけど、お参りってのも十分ありかもね。
Some visits, she need like an exorcist every so often. Haoko shrugged her shoulders as if resigning herself to her fate.
それで何があったの？
Yeah, the art is really good. I agree, Dad. After 2 years together, they knew each other quite well. Aoko had one way of asking questions, and Alice had another. Alice asked without raising her head, and Aoko gave her the details.
まず謝らなくちゃいけない。昨日徹夜で完成させた例のあれ、意味がなくなっちゃったのよ。ちょっと目を離した隙に沸騰しすぎて壊れちゃったみたい。
Yeah, footsteps that'll kill the unit. I'm on the basement, so I should be okay, but I still don't want to be too loud. It's a very empty room. There's a lot of reverb. That's why I'm cupping the mic with my thighs and hugging it to my chest and curled in a ball around it. The room, I'll show you the reverb without it for a sec. I don't know if you can tell. This is when the mic is not in my thighs. The room reverb is really bad. I did some stuff to tone it down. I don't know if my thighs are actually helping or not, but this is it back in my thighs, so they're kind of blocking the room. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference or not. I could hear it with my like mixing headphones. I don't know if you can. The thighs actually, do they actually help? What a miracle. Well, you know what they say, guys. Thick thighs save lives. For now, they're saving the life of the stream. Thick thighs actually do save lives, guys. That's the catch. If you ever stuck in a room with bad reverb and need to use a microphone, wrap your microphone in your thighs. Okay, cool. Cool. No, I can't laugh full volume. I can't laugh full volume. I gotta shut up. This is fine. This is fine. Shit. This is fine. This is fine. Yes, it's a useful life hack. When did we start talking about Pip's thighs when I found out they're saving the stream?
そうならないよう循環のコードを 2,3 本外したり縫合したりしたんだけど。
I have to sit like elbow, so I'm sitting with like my knees up high, my controller on my knees, my hands on my knees. I could put my chin practically on my knees if I wanted to, with the microphone just on my lap, balancing on my thighs. I was Aoko tried to laugh it off, as it was someone else's problem. I am kind of contorted.
今朝休養が入って学校に呼び出し受けたの。そこで転入生の世話を押し付けられて一日が無残にも消費されちゃって、帰ってきたら跡形もなく消えてました。
Oh, I thought I misread it. I misread it. That was the thing she was working on that vanished. I thought you meant the student vanished. I was like, what the fuck? Are you sitting comfortably? No, no. Both my feet are asleep. That's okay. I'm used to sitting Seiza position, and to me Seiza is very comfortable, but my feet go asleep when I sit Seiza as well, so I'm very used to it. Don't worry about me.
怒る？アリス。
別に青子の器物破損にい
I'm
ち
just
いち
gonna
怒っ
need
て
an
いたら
hour break
一
before
生
the
分の口
collab.
論をすることになる
So
でしょ
that before I have to set up for the collab, so that I can stretch out my legs for a while.
代用品は
Oh
あ
my
るか
god,
ら
what if we did
ま
what
た
if we
一か
did
ら始
ring
めればい
fit
いわ
ASMR? What if I could like no, I can't hold the microphone while doing ring fit. That's not possible. I can't balance it in my thighs if I'm doing ring fit. I'd have to like strap it to my leg. And then my face would be too far away. That won't work at all.
それより怒ってるのはあなたの方じゃないの
Mm-hmm. I'll just do ring fit at like 4 in the morning. It's fine. There's no one below me anyway. That face though. Alice was very much on point today. It was true that despite outward appearances, Alka was seething with frustration. We don't need thigh-shaped headphones. What we need is a thigh-shaped neck pillow for airplanes. Because really, you just wrap one of those like airplane neck pillows around your neck, and it's basically a similar shape. So all you need is one that's shaped like thighs and warm. It's gotta be one that you put in a microwave or has like a hot water bottle. Hot water bottle? Shoulder, neck, thigh pillow. Okay, just saying. That's the biggest brain idea. It was true that despite outward appearances, Aoka was seething with frustration. That aside,
この転入生っていうのがひどくずれててね。すごい山奥で暮らしてたらしくて、こっちの常識が通じないんだから。三問以下いって言葉があるけど、あれって本当のことなのね、アリス。
did he just come and like not understand how to do anything in the city? I used to live in the country at one point, kind of relate. The warehouse, the portal to the rest of the warehouse used to be kind of not in the mountains, but near the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. Alice raised her head in response to hearing her name. But Alco kept going on before she could get a word in edgewise. Alco, after all, expected no sympathy in the first place. Speaking of mountains, though, I actually used to, temporarily, when I went somewhere to take some classes for a couple months, I lived in an apartment that had a view of the mountains. It was beautiful. I used to sit in the window ledge and watch the snow come down on the mountains. I miss it every single fucking day of my life.
初対面から尺に触るやつだったけど、
Yeah, the background
教
art
室
in
を
this
案
game
内
is
した
really
時なんか
lovely
失神しそうになったわ。そいつ、教室で教師と1対1で授業を受けるもんだと思ってたらしいの。
I mean, to be fair though, if you don't understand
そ
something,
れは
schools
それで
really
まだ
should
流せる。許容
assign
範囲。
one-on-one
あの
tutoring
程
for
度の冗
people.
談は。
Because it's not fair to ask people, go get a tutor. Not everyone can afford a tutor. But schools should be able to help with things like that.
で、私が簡潔かつ丁寧に教
Oh, he
室の
thought
な
the
んたる
class
かを
was
教
the
えた後
tutor. Oh shit.
そいつなんて
Okay,
言った
that's
と
a
思
little
う？
entitled. Yeah, smoky mountain views, beautiful. It can be really scary when there's forest fires though, because if there's forest fires and if the air gets so thick with smoke, you don't see the mountain anymore. Do you know how surreal it is when you're used to looking out the window and there's a mountain, and then one day you look out the window, there's no fucking mountain? It's really unsettling. I thought I was teleported into like near Automata or something. It's so scary. There's an area near a free company that reminds me of an area near your old apartment of mine. You should show me the dream sometime, Brennan Sipes. That's so cool. What I might do actually, I might go online and decorate the house for Christmas tomorrow a little bit off stream if anyone wants to join me. We can talk in Discord for how to optimize it and stuff.
それで青崎、他の教室は何に使うんだ？ですっ
Other
て。
classes?
教室に他も何もないでしょ？ なんていうか、そいつは少しでも説明を怠るとそのままで納得しちゃうのよ。何も疑問に思わないというか、想像力が欠如してるっていうか、想像することに慣れてないっていうか。まあ一度言ったことはちゃんと分かってるっぽいからバカってわけじゃないんだけど。
Hold on, now it's food. Bring you. Mm-hmm.
あなたが人を批評するのは珍しいわね。そういうダメな人、気にするたちだったの？
Capture chaos alone. Your dad's parents' house had a clear view of Mount Hood from the Washington side of the border. It is on the west side. Okay, the plot was eventually sold to another family because your dad was kind of greedy. No, that sucks. I'm sorry you lost it. That must have been really nice.
みじんたりとも気にしないわよ。けど明日からどんな間違いをしでかすのかちょっと心配なだけ。
What she was really worried about was having to clean up that mess if and when it happened. That had to be it. If not, it would mean she had no real idea why she could not get him out of his head. Ooh. Sounds like she's got a crush. I'm assuming the new student who's an idiot is who we get to play as in this game. I don't get that.
とにかく変なやつなの。案外アリスと気が合うかも。
三問異界はいい言葉ね。
I'd love to go to mountains. It's been a very long time. A couple years since I've been able to go to a mountain. I really want to go to a mountain. I love mountains. But from her eyes, it was clear that the question of whether they would get along was irrelevant, given that they would never meet in the first place. Wait, can she not leave the house or something? Aoko gave a non-committal response. That's intimidating. Is that a death flag?
さっきから何読んでるの？
霊的進化論の二次創作。スピリチュアルダイアリのまがいもの。
ああ、スウェーデンボリー。
I wonder
そ
if
んなの
that...
今更
Yeah,
読んでも仕
please,
方
you
ないん
guys
じゃ
know if
ない？
that's a real book? Out of curiosity, I really like it when fiction references real novels. I'm curious if that's a real one.
新書なら退屈だけど、これは偽書だから。彼の欠点と長所を劇的に褒め上げている。よくできた冒険小説のようよ。
Interesting, I love that.
立ちはだかる秘密組織の名前がカントとか気が利いているわ。
I might have to look it up. I love reading real books after finding them in fiction. I love it so
筆
much.
跡はあなたのおじいさんのものだけど。
Interesting. Wait,
へえ、
is she immortal?
あの人
Has
そういう
she
趣
been
味ま
living
で
here
あ
a
ったん
long
だ。
time?
割とユーモアがあったのね。惜しい人を亡くしたわ。
I thought witch was gonna be like high schoolers or whatever that have powers, but I'm starting to wonder if the one in the house might be immortal or something. I have raspberries that grow everywhere, so I know what you mean, Corvus. Nice. Haoko seemed nostalgic over her now deceased grandfather.
あなたのおじいさん、夏に頼りをくれたけど。
Oh, we're gonna... Hold on, we're gonna have the bad noise reverb for a second. I really gotta pee. And sitting with this in my thighs is going to, like, not be good. Because it's gonna bump my bladder. I gotta pee. Not super slow as fast. Yeah. Artemia, welcome! I'm going to be back in a few minutes. I gotta pee. I was trying to hold off. I can't anymore. I'll be right back.
And I just, you know, I just saw the green and I was like, that's Aka, it's green, automatically. That's okay. I blamed you anyway, so my vote got you killed. I subconsciously convinced everyone. To kill you for nothing. That's
My mic on the
hilarious.
screen, hold on.
Hi, employees!
I don't need you guys hearing me go pee.
We're gonna. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, my stream! We're gonna. Oh my god, hold on. Oh I hear myself! And you guys hear myself? Where is my stream open? You guys hear myself? Where is my stream open? There, I killed it. Is this one of the legend store? Oh! He's biting his tail! I don't like this Pokemon! I don't like this Pokemon! Why does it look like he's biting his own dick? I don't like this Pokemon! Okay, I guess these don't blow up. Hold on, I'll test. Ah! Coming and going from existence. There, look at that! Do you guys see that? Do you guys see the texture on the hill warping? Like, am I on drugs? Am I on drugs? That isn't just me, right? Someone didn't spike my tea, right? Like, that's actually in the game, right? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is the mountain wobbly? Why is the mountain wobbly? Mountains aren't supposed to be wobbly. Well, apparently me and Aka are having babies. Let's go! Kojiro slaps his broad hand across his trousers. Oh, okay. That's just enough off. I should have kept reading before I panicked and looked my eyes over to chat. She's the ultimate twerkle. Twerkle? She's the ultimate twerker! She killed their commander? What?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does? No. And yes, it does. Have very different meanings. I'm just saying. That was either a localization or a coding mistake, but you can't just say yes it does while the text says no. This is the most suspicious denial I've ever heard. The text might say no, but your voice is saying something else, lady. I can't remember if this type is affected by electricity or not. Let's give it a try. Also, that's a little welcome. The battle's over a picnic basket. Minute! Or wait, who is this? Who just set up a fucking picnic? I'm gonna fuck up your picnic. I'm going to absolutely wreck your fucking picnic. I'm gonna kick the table over. Don't make sandwiches. They're gonna get burned to a crisp. Would you trust chat? Would you eat a battlefield sandwich? Would you eat a battlefield sandwich? I would not eat a battlefield sandwich. There's gonna be charred Pokemon on that. That sounds nasty. Disgusting. Aka's mama had a bit of fun with my body. Joey, why are you making lewd noises and landing on my crotch? That legendary bipedal, I don't like it. Some heads are rolling. You mean the characters? Oh god, she became face skin. Okay. Sorry guys, let me get the volume back. Holy moly. I just had like the most unpleasant discovery that I had the monitor audio set up to my speakers and that I don't know how to change it. So, you guys got blasted with that clip? So did my sibling. No. I wanna cry. That's okay. At least my new program specifically gives me names when new people come in. So let me just see if anyone new came in so I can thank them real quick. Deleted banana. Okay, now we're back. Alright, I do want to try it. I gotta stop in about an hour or so. Just because of when I have to get ready for the collab. So I'm gonna try to pay a bit more attention to the game, like comfy narration time. Give me one sec. Yeah.
よしてよ。死んだものと考えたいもん。
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Guardian Soulboy, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Alko sighed and lay back on the sofa. The soft cushions caved in under her weight. But half of you guys wish you were the sofa.
話は戻るけど、
Alice shot a glance at Alko. Her body, buried in the sofa, remained as still as a corpse. It was clear Alko had tuned out of the conversation. Alice silently chastised her with a look. The more she thought about it, the less important the events of the day seemed to become. If she just ignored Alice, the conversation would end there. They would eventually get up and leave today's mistake unresolved for another day. However, that's not the kind of person Alko Aozaki was. So she's a stubborn tsundere.
いいわよ。何？
She asked, still lying down.
今日できなかったのは少し痛いわね。
I feel like that's such a mean thing to say because if somebody failed at something, they obviously feel really bad about it. They don't need you to rub it in their face.
だから反省してるって。学校優先は一人前になってからでしょ。
ならいいけど。
So I guess they're asking her to skip school until she becomes a mage? The coldness in her voice made Alko gnash her teeth. She knew what Alice wanted to say. She knew better than anyone. The veneer she wore for school was different than the way she lived at home. While it could be called hiding in plain sight, Alice thought it was silly. So Jaito, hello! Welcome! I like this ticking noise. It's making me uncomfortable. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. And what the silence told her was...
覚悟を決めろって言
That's
いたいの
true.
よ
Then
ね。
all of the mage
あんたは
families, from what I've seen in the Nasuverse, just seem so suffocating. I don't know too much, but I've seen a little bit of Fate Unlimited Blade Works, and just from what I've seen, I would really hate to be like anyone in this universe that uses magic. Today's failure was not a colossal one. She just happened to upset the delicate balance between her home and school lives, chasing one at the expense of the other. And yet, that careless mistake was a clear sign of Alko's lack of commitment. I fucking hate that though.
アリスは
When
関
people
係
say
ない
you're not committed to one thing because
私
you
が
choose
私で
to
決め
commit
なく
to
ちゃいけ
another
ない
when
こ
the
と。
time comes. I feel like everyone has multiple commitments, and it's important. In some situations, you might have to prioritize certain things over other things, and in some situations, you might have to prioritize the exact opposite thing against the exact opposite thing. The thing is, we can't just prioritize one thing in our lives. That's not how it works. Oh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Bungalow! Mm-mm. She had only known for sure for the last year and a half. I was hired third! Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. My only worry is that you guys are like bored. Because I have to be so quiet. I'm assuming it's probably a lurk heavy stream, but part of my brain is like, oh god, I'm boring everyone. But she'd had a hunch for as long as she could remember. It must not have been committed. You failed. Failure doesn't come as a result of anything but your own actions. You know, sometimes things happen. Make the choice, and the day will come. It was little wonder that her morals and conscience had been stripped away. Yeah, if you guys are listening while doing other stuff, you're more than welcome to listen or lurk or whatever. I just sometimes get worried when chat's a tiny bit quiet. I'm just like, oh god, am I ruining everything? But I always check afterwards, not during. That's why I got numbers blocked, baby. So don't feel forced to interact, only if you wanna. Aoko pushed herself back up. She was met by Alice's cold beauty and wordless gaze. I really like Alice. Alice is really pretty.
オッケー、アリス。来週中に決着をつけよう。それでいいんでしょ？
What are we doing? I feel like it's some big ceremony type thing. Something that's gonna prevent me from going to school, probably, right? Like from then on. Also, nice choice. Thank you for subscribing. Aoko could not help but shake her head, feeling like she was hearing something similar for the second time that day. Multinova, hello! It is out! It came out on the 8th, actually. I wanted to stream it after my Nikkei stream a couple hours later when I arrived here, but I forgot about the Game Awards. And unfortunately, I didn't want to stream it during the Game Awards. I felt like that would have been kind of awful because everyone's watching the Game Awards. And afterwards was just a little too late. Also, Final Cross, hello! Or Fido, I remember. You love some existential crisis. That's why I've been interested in trying Type Moon and love existential crisis. If a game or an anime or a manga gives me an existential crisis, or preferably a novel, my favorite form of existential crisis is actually a novel. Then I feel like it did its job and did exactly what I wanted. Speaking of which, my sibling I'm staying with has 1985. I think that was whatever that book is. I gotta grab it. I can grab it before I leave. You pre-order, take a bit before it arrives. Yeah, no worries. 1984. I always think it's 5 for some reason. Yes, 1984. If any of you guys like the game too and want a physical copy, the physical copies of the Japanese one have English on it. You can use my link if you buy it. Using my link makes me more powerful. And actually, there's a really cool thing I'm saving up for in the future that I want to be able to debut on stream. And kind of have to prove my worth a bit before it can happen. And but there's steps. There's steps being taken, so it might happen. But I got some proving to do. So I got something really exciting possibly planned. So bear with me. You guys will love it if it happens. Trust me. Even in the comfort of her own, she couldn't banish the thoughts of that country boy from her mind. I'm excited for the Dark Knight story. I gotta try it at some point. There's a lot of the stories I want to get to doing.
場所は例の公園でいい？
I read that line out of context because I'm like half paying attention and it startled me a little bit.
妥当な線ね。
It's gotta be some sort of magic ceremony. It's gotta be.
そっちの方が急務じゃない？
時と場合、森
One
に変化があ
complaint
れ
that
ば
I
教え
do
る
have
わ。
about the visual novel though is just being so vague about it. Like, what about that thing? That thing depends on the conditions. Michiko, thank you for subscribing. It's a little hard to know what's happening for a demo at least, when they're not giving you a lot of context to work with. But I know that's also just a Type Moon thing. Oh god, my stomach. House of Leaves had you questioning things days later? Can you put the name of that title in Discord, Brandon? I really want to read that one. I want to read something if it's going to make me question shit. After that brief exchange, Alice returned her attention to the book on her lap. I'm playing the demo. Yeah. I'm playing the demo because I didn't think I'd be able to play the full game on stream, and I already have a huge backlog of visual novels right now. So I thought we could play the demo and then finish once we get to the end of it. Shop talk was over. Now, they could return to their normal relationship as roommates. Aoko grabbed the remote and turned on the TV. Since Alice was busy reading, Aoko decided to tune into a variety show that had already started. Demo was interesting in their choices of chapters. This isn't the beginning of the game. When is it then? Didn't know they hired a Gura. Alice started to speak, but suddenly cut herself off. One of her delicate hands raised to her mouth. Switch between a few chapters? What the fuck? How does anyone follow that? Well, I guess if you want the context, you gotta buy the game, guys. I'm Maestro! So last year you introduced me to Tokyo Godfathers, and you might be sharing it with some friends of mine today. I'm so glad! Hope you guys enjoy it! She would always cut herself off the second she realized she was about to say something trivial. I might do another public watch-along this month around Christmas. I usually do my watch-alongs for members only, but I'm thinking of maybe doing a public one this month because I felt like it was kind of a treat last December. We'll see though. Or maybe I'll be just with interns as a compromise. Sometimes her self-restraint would hit too late, and she would make a gesture like the one she was making now. It occurred to Aoko that the ah sound her cute little roommate made just now was different than the wah she blurted out in times past. Wah! Speaking of wah, there's a Waluigi fan art book and a Waluigi plushie on this desk.
Nani?
I really like Aoko's eyes, they're really nice. Aoko turned down the volume on the TV. Her intense eyes lit up like those of a mischievous cat.
どうということはないんだけど。
ないんだけど?
That face! Can we just take one moment to appreciate all of the weird faces that you see in Type Moon shit? I always love the types of faces like this that just pop up completely out of nowhere and very weird in left field. They're so cute. Also, Steven Platypus, welcome! And Panzer Count from Wagon, welcome! Alice looked away bashfully, not knowing if she should bring it up or not. Alice definitely tsundere. There's times like these that her expression carried a real warmth and surprising charm. Nose ga shinda. If he could see her in this moment, Alice's father would have to admit that her name suited her perfectly.
今日帰ってくるときおかしなものを見て誰かに話そうと思っていたんだけど。
It's going good. Slow wrote Alice. I'm excited. I'm excited to see more about them. We'll get a little further today. Yeah, the chemistry. I'm excited. Aoko nodded, beckoning her to continue.
つま
I
ら
kind of
ない
like the
本当に意味のないことよ。
chemistry between Aoko and Alice. Seeing them almost bicker is interesting.
けど
Alan knows came back.
どう考えてもそんなことをする理由がわからない。青子、人間ぐらいの大きな猫がひょこひょこ出前をする理由って
A man-sized cat? Is she thinking of like a minivan? For a sec, Aoko thought Alice was trying and failing miserably to make a joke again. Or is it some sort of like demon? One would think that about anyone, really. But she seemed completely serious. Even if Alice's sense of humor fell flat for Aoko, the story already sounded more fanciful than Alice's usual attempt at jokes. Aoko concluded that her roommate was talking about something she'd actually seen. It must be like a minivan.
その話には2つぐらい信じがたい部分があるけど。 一つずつ論破していい？
One thing about being in a place where you gotta be quiet, you can catch up on your VNs. True, I did bring Olympia Soiree, but so far I've been mostly trying to restore shit, pulling all-nighters because I accidentally fucked up my videos and had to redo them. It's like... Hopefully tonight I can get some proper sleep. God damn.
いいの？
That's part of why
私
I'm
も
thinking
から
of
くりぐら
doing
い
a
は思いつ
quiet
くから。
ASMR stream. I wonder if I did a like... I wonder if I take my laptop in bed and do like a chatting till I fall asleep stream. Eventually at one point I should wake up and know that I fell asleep and then I can like close the laptop, right? And that'll end stream, right? I hope so.
ただ理由がわからないから聞いてるの。わざわざ精巧な猫のぬいぐるみを着て出前の店員物を届けに行くことってそんなに簡単かしらね。
難易度以前にそれをやる人間の常識性を疑うけどね、私は。
It could be a punishment game too. It could be a batsu. Alice nodded tentatively at her words. Get keybind set up. Good luck.
まあ、
You're
世
gonna
の中い
heal?
ろいろあるから。
You're learning a controller
私
by
たちみ
healing?
たいなのもいれ
Oh
ば、
god, Corvus.
下界から遮断された山奥で暮らしていたやつまで10人といるよ。私だったら見かけたら声かけて理由を尋ねただろうけど。
Personally, if I think someone's a weirdo, I feel like going up to them and asking what they're doing is probably dangerous. You probably should stay away from the weirdos. It could be really dangerous. Alice's gaze drifted at that. Kind of wanted to be someone summoned a demon or a monster just to do food delivery. Honestly, I hope that's the case. That'd be so funny. How long did it take for you to learn Japanese? I've been studying a little bit for a lot of years. I wouldn't say I know Japanese. More like I have a tiny bit of knowledge.
暮れゆく住宅街にさま
I
よう
almost
出前
imagine
ね。
it being the cat bus from Totoro.
背景が夕焼けだったらファンタジーだったでしょうに。で、今日の夕飯どうする？せっかく話が出たし、
We should get
私ら
delivery
も
and
て
maybe
ん
the
やもの
cat
にし
will
よう
show
か。
up at the door. Alko loved getting takeout, and her face glowed as she spoke. They had no hard rules for dinner, but if one of them was in the mood to cook, they made a point to make it enough for two. At the very worst, this meant entire weeks without dinner, but the two of them agreed that this was the system that worked best for them. Whether they found cooking to be too much effort, or simply liked ordering out, nights like this one were a common occurrence, much to the chagrin of the restaurants of Misaki Town. Does that mean that like everybody doesn't cook here? I don't know. Delivering to the mansion meant coming all the way up to the top of this hill, the source of their disgruntlement. Okay, so there's some reason that the people in town don't like this hill, which means there must be something about us that they don't like. Ow. Maybe they don't like mages. That's my best guess. They might just find it a pain in the ass going up the hill. You're not wrong. I want to deliver to the haunted mansion. How many opportunities do you get to see a haunted mansion?
時間は8時前。ギリギリセーフね。私今月がいいな。あそこの月見そば最近ご無沙汰だったし。
The hungry student council president took out their many menus and excitedly looked for anything that stood out. Alice casually responded without sparing so much as a glance. So Alco's student council president, that's a weird time to tell me. I feel like I should have learned this in a school scene.
悪いけど、私夕飯済んでるの。
She brings it up now? What the fuck? With those words, Aoko froze. All deliveries required a minimum of 2 items, so she was out of luck without an accomplice. Okay, but this is easy. Just order 2 items. Just get one for tomorrow. Heat it up. Go protect Aoko's smile. We failed. The screen went grayscale. I'm pretty sure we just failed. Cruel society had decided it couldn't be bothered to deliver to a princess who only ordered a single serving of food. Incidentally, to counteract orders from the Hilltop Mansion, the restaurants had declared the minimum number of orders will be 3 starting next year. That's just cruel. That is literally discriminating against my fucking house. Can you not? Now Alco.exe has failed, I'm pretty sure. Alco and Alice were still in the dark to this fiendish change in direction. They don't know. She really set me up just for misery, huh?
だから帰ってくるのが遅かったのね。帰宅部、学校までバス徒歩込みで片道20分のあんたがなんで5時以降に帰ってくるのか考えるべきだったわ。
That's true. If they tips were, I guess tips aren't a thing in Japan actually. And since tips aren't a thing in Japan, they wouldn't be able to. Unfortunately for Aoko, she had been too out of it to even remember that she was the one who'd fallen asleep.
ああ、ひどい女。そういう時は残された一人のためにお土産買ってくるのが暗黙の了解だったのに。
You don't really see this type of expression very much anymore. This is very much the type of like early 2000s, 90s anime charm. This is why the faces like this are one of the things I really love about retro stuff. It hits so nice.
私だってこの前の外食の時はアリスの分も買ってきたじゃない。
Because I'd known how serious Aoko was being, but she was visibly angry. She had already woken up hungry that morning, and from the time she was called into school until now, she'd consumed nothing but tea. It was a small miracle that her stomach was not growling. How the fuck? I don't function on only tea. How's that possible? She knew it was her own fault, but she persisted, wanting to get revenge on Alice for scolding her earlier.
この前ってあれのこと？あなたが都心に出向いた時、夕食にお寿司を食べてきたのに、お土産はなぜかコンビ
I don't
ニエン
think
ス
that
ストアの
counts
ビニ
on
ール
bringing
袋だ
food.
った
If
っ
you
て
get
話。
fancy sushi and you bring home convenience store food, yeah, I can kind of understand wanting revenge. That's a big slap in the face. That's cruel. Aoko had kicked the hornet's nest. It was planned as 3 games, but then Game FGO. Who knows? Maybe if it's successful enough on Switch, we'll get it. This means we gotta support it on Switch. Make that release go boom! Joshua Kitsune, hello, welcome!
何よ、買ってこないよりはマシでしょ。
真実は時に隠蔽すべきね。
Double the angry face. Alice's icy gaze pierced right through her. Aoko had certainly crossed the line by going on and on about how the sushi circled around the restaurant while Alice ate her convenience store meal. I would cry. Oh, that's what made her welcome. But new things fascinated her. She couldn't contain her curiosity towards the conveyor belt sushi shops that started popping up at the time. They were nothing short of miraculous. Even honesty can be a sin, given the right circumstances.
わかった、わかりました。じゃあ今回のは前のと帳消しってことでいいわね。
Oh, I guess they're not even and they're just gonna keep bitching on each other the whole game. Peg Night, thank you for 2 months and welcome. I got a shiny magic card. Congrats! That's one of the shinies I'd love to have the most. Congrats! Alice went back to her book without so much as recognizing the question. I've been looking for some in the ocean, actually. I might try hatching one with the bonus like shiny foods boosts. The fact that she did not confirm it made Alco anxious. Actually, if we do, I have a question for you guys, chat. If we do a comfy ASMR just chatting, would you want to do comfy ASMR just chatting while we try to breed shinies together? Or while we do raids together? Or would you want to do ASMR comfy just chatting, maybe just with my model like zoomed in super close or something? Do you have any preferences? This is a story game. It's by Type Moon, the team that made Fate Stay Night or Tsukihime. It came out in English on Switch.
仕方ない。今日は薬日だし、おとなしく台所に立って料理の腕を磨くとしましょう。
Yummy. Honestly, homemade food can be better though, because then you make it from scratch. You make it from scratch, and you can put in exactly what you want. She stood up, announcing her intent to no one in particular.
あ、聞き忘れてた。アリス、どこで夕食済ませたの？
Yeah, homemade food's almost always better. Alice's hand froze on her current page. She suddenly shut the book and was reading. Oh, she was reading and stood up as if at wit's end. One sec. I like how the OST get really happy. She walked across the drawing room with her book in hand. Yeah, Type Moon makes melty blood too, I believe. Once she reached the door, she stopped and turned towards Aoko.
聞きたい。
まあ、なんとなく。
Aoko nodded timidly, cowed by Alice's sudden vigor. Alice continued in her matter-of-fact way.
その猫が余ったメニューをくれたのよ。
Oh shit. So she ate mysterious food from a giant cat. Often with your movie night, the maestro. I feel like this is poisoned or not safe. Like this sounds like a really bad idea. Is she a dumbass? Like, you don't just eat food from a random giant cat. For starters, you shouldn't be Wait, does this mean that some van just pulled up? Someone literally came out of the van and just like, hey, do you want this fancy delivery? Get in my van. What the fuck? I feel like this is a very, very bad idea. And with that brief response, she left the room. What the fuck? And now it jumps to a different chapter, I'm assuming. So it gives you a few brief snippets instead of an actual section. Interesting. I wonder why they chose that. That doesn't seem like the best way to get someone interested to me. Also, that's beautiful visuals. Beautiful. It was the particle effects. A giant cat delivered her food. Somewhere in chapter 7. That's a big jump. Walking around the mansion at night often led to mysterious encounters. I guess the game probably builds up really slowly and they want to show what it looks like later on. Mist might suddenly fill the hallway. That looks like corpse party level mist. As horror games level stuff. I started somewhere in 5. Interesting. I guess you do play as the student in the main game then. Or doors might appear and disappear. Interesting. So the mansion is kind of it's less that it's a haunted mansion and more that the mansion's almost alive in a way. Jumps between chapters and gives an overview of the game. Oh, okay. Characters in different styles. That is interesting, true. You get more of chills and action instead of just having one section. I think it would have been smarter to give maybe a few chapters in a row, though, so you understand more. Just when Sojiro thought he had seen it all with the pig-shaped shadows mending the carpet. What the fuck is happening? He heard the sound of birds flapping coming from the sunroom.
何事
Sojiro was us, I'm assuming. As much as he had become accustomed to turning a blind eye to such occurrences, the sound of flapping wings in the sunroom was too much to ignore. It's probably the same bird that was in our window earlier with the unwelcome visitor scene. And not just one bird, or even two. It sounded like dozens. Okay, this sounds really bad. So many birds packed in the sunroom would inevitably lead to shattered windows and broken glass. Sojiro grabbed a broom and dashed towards the sound, prepared for the worst. Perhaps he was moved by his natural impulse to help, or desperate self-defense. His mind flashed to what a teacher had said at school.
皆さんも部屋の整頓は心がけてくださいね。人間の自制心って環境に流されるらしいですから。
He's like, oh no, I didn't clean my room. The birds, they're here because I didn't clean my room. If that would be the case, my room would be doomed. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at being clean. I'm like not capable, man. I'm not capable. In terms of actually clean, like I don't leave food or anywhere. That's disgusting. No crumbs, no food, no bugs or anything like that. No food waste. But in terms of like actually having stuff put away instead of thrown on the floor, I'm pretty bad. I'm terrible.
ほら、それまで犯罪の少ない町だったのに、一つボロボロの家ができただけで、近隣住人がみんな自堕落になるというあれ。環境への無関心さがすさんだ精神を作り上げるとか眉唾ですけど、正直なところルームだからって盗んだバイクで走り回ったり学校の廊下の窓ガラスとか割って回っちゃダメですよ。先生の仕事が増えますから。
Those are two incredibly different things. Like, what the hell is that guy going on about? You're not going to become a criminal overnight because you have a messy room, guys. That ain't how life works. At the time, school gangs had garnered a certain reputation among the youths. Is it because mages were in them? So now I'm not saying you're a criminal if you don't clean your room, but I'm also not saying. That's the vibes we're getting. Sojiro appreciated the basic message of the lecture as he ruminated over it. The thought of broken windows had given him a sense of urgency, as if the mansion's very moral foundations were at stake. Time for some grime crib. Our messy room's gonna get us arrested. Yeah, exactly, Josh. I'd be a fucking war criminal by now. If messy rooms made you a criminal, I would be like a life sentence. His roommates were harsh enough with him already. Anything further would only lead to rampant rumors at school about their cruelty. So I'm roommates with Alice and Elko. Got it. He's a really funny, likable guy. He seems interesting. Not that we got to know much about him, but from the premise of the game and what I've seen, he seems really interesting. He had to protect the honor of the student council president. It was also concern for his own safety that sent him rushing to the sunroom, however. Beautiful. That's dynamic lighting too. It actually has effects on it. It's not just a still image. Nice. There wasn't a bird to be seen, or a chirp to be heard upon his arrival. What happened to the birds? Oh, this was a trap to lure me in here. Well, sorry, Tristan Sanchez. Gonna be heading out. See you, Brian.
Ara.
What was she doing if there's no birds? I must have been hearing things. I guess we get a little of their banter, at least it seems. Only Alice and Alco, sipping afternoon tea at the table that overlooked the courtyard, were present. The dozens of birds Sojiro had sensed with his mountain intuition were nowhere to be seen.
今ここに鳥が来なかった？
He's like, anyone see a flock of birds? No one saw a flock of fucking birds. Yeah, it's kind of dark for afternoon. What the hell? I mean, some places it does get dark early. Like, it gets dark around 4 p.m. sometimes here, so you never know.
さあ、もう見えないのならいないということでしょう。
だっていないよ、鳥。
I feel like maybe they were summoning birds or something, and I'm not supposed to have heard it or know. So they're like, what birds? You didn't hear any birds? You did not hear any birds. They probably know. I bet they caused the birds. They're gaslighting me. They're gaslighting me. There was definitely fucking birds. It was a lie so blatant, even Sojiro could see through it. Like, oh no, there definitely were birds. He knew for a fact he'd heard the flapping of a flock of birds. Unable to accept that there really were no wild animals in the room, Sojiro approached the windows with suspicion. There were no feathers or any other signs of birds having been outside, either.
あ、夕食、鳥鍋?
Did they just summon birds and butcher them? That's so creepy. Of course, Aoko would say something like that as she watched Sojiro search desperately.
あいにく今日のバイトは
Did the
魚
birds
屋さんだ。
exist in the first place? Can we
言わ
prove
し
the
てよけ
birds
れば
existed
土産に
and
するけど。
they were really burps at all? Yeah, Nasu definitely, from what the little I've seen of Fate, definitely goes along the existential crisis line a little bit.
イワシ。イワシか?
She does not want
私
to sardine.
あのパイ嫌いなのよね。いえ、むしろイワシのパイとか食べたことないのよね。
To be fair, sardine pie sounds really awful. Sardines are good, but sardine pie sounds really bad. Fried sardines are good though. Aoko's stand-up routine was far ahead of its time. Although there is that fish pie from Kiki's delivery service that I've always wanted to try, so who knows? Sojiro backed away from the window and begrudgingly left the sunroom. Feeling Alice's all too familiar inscrutable gaze upon his back.
なんだい、アリ。
Adi. Oh, it cut him off mid-word. I thought the nickname was Adi, and I was like, why is that? Why? It's such a dumb nickname for Alice. Just as he opened his mouth to ask her what she wanted. I told you there were birds. I told you there were birds. This is a bird. I'm not falling for your bullshit. This is clearly a bird. This is a conspiracy. This is a bird conspiracy. This is a fucking bird. We knew it. We knew it. There were birds all along. Can we appreciate the little X mouth, little a little mouth looking like a butthole slowly pulling in on itself? The OXO face. I kind of would love to have this expression on my model someday when I get really surprised. Be able to make this face. I think it'd be really cute. A blue cornet crashed into his head. It needed no explanation. Alice, that despair expression, she's like, oh fuck, we can't hide this no more. It could only be Robin, the mysterious bird that appears frequently in the mansion. Oh, he's so cute. Chirp, 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 it shrilled accusingly. Sussbird? Why Sussbird? He's so cute. Oh god. I feel like later on this bird is gonna do bad things. The truth was, the tiny aggressor that assaulted him just now was the greatest of the mansion's 7 wonders. Flying ice cream. Ice cream is blue. I've never seen blue ice cream. Unless it's like blue raspberry, maybe. Oh, we get a bit of school too, nice. I guess it jumped again. Anyway, the vibes in this visual novel are pretty immaculate. I feel like the demo does a good job at least of showing the writing style and the visual and music style, so you'll kind of know from the demo if this type of game is your thing or not. Sojiro encountered all sorts of people along his route to work. Still new to the city life, he found the crowds of people outside the station utterly fascinating. In fact, they were the highlight of his commute. It is the demo. No two people wore exactly the same clothes or walked in the same fashion. So many people, you would think they would all melt into an indistinguishable huddle, but each person he saw was different and unique. Yeah. It's similar to an actual novel or a manga. It's a really different style than most visual novels. It's a little similar to what Higurashi and Umineko do occasionally though, but it's very unique, and not everyone's gonna like it, but the people that will like it will really like it. It's kind of like the Steins Gate Switch version as well. Sojiro was excited as a child as he looked out into the bustling, bustling diverse streets of the city.
いや
Yeah, I think they took this approach with it because they know it can be very descriptive, and having it all there at once instead of a tiny text box is much easier to follow. Closing his eyes in shame, he sighed. He was upset with himself for behaving like a bumbling tourist from the countryside.
ちょっと青信号で突っ
Who
立
is
って
this
られるの
girl?
邪魔な
I've
んだ
been
けど
wanting to see her. She's got
何
like
が何
slightly
もなく
curlier
黄
hair,
昏れてる
right?
んだか
Or is that just what Alco looks like at school? Maybe she's very different at school versus home if that's Alco. A stern, familiar voice behind him snapped him out of his navel gazing. Navel gazing? What they doing, staring at people's navels? What a fucking perv! The character art is very distinct. I
な
feel
んだ
like it's gonna be a
Matt
character art
Bear
style
に
that people
途中だったんだ。
either love or hate. But yeah, the backgrounds are lovely. The character art is very, very retro. It isn't gonna be for everyone, but I kind of like it. This isn't Alco, is it? This is someone else.
私はコンビニのバイト
I'm pretty sure I've seen her
こっ
in
ち
some
は
of the
5時
promo
からだけど
images.
しずきは
同じく5時からくまりはどこか寄るところでも
She is the tsundere of the game, I think, isn't she? It's a colloquialism for spacing out or being deep in thought.
読
I've
みたかっ
never
た本
heard
がな
of
くなっ
it.
てたから
Who
仕
came
方な
up
く
with
出
this
歩いてたところ
colloquialism?
よ
Do they space out so often staring at belly buttons that it became navel gazing? Like, where did this originate? Especially for a 2010 visual novel, strange that it wasn't with voice acting at first with this budget. Maybe they put all the budget to the visuals and music. That's why they didn't have voice acting. It has voice acting in the Switch one though.
なるほど時間を持て余しているところも同じだね
Head down, gazing at your own navel. That makes more sense. Got some chill outdoor music now. The girl who greeted him was Kojika Kumari. She's easily my favorite so far. She looks cute. A work friend who was also in the same year at Misaki High. If my dancing is making the mic rub my thighs too much and making horrible sound, let me know and I'll stop. Though it would have been more accurate to say she was looking for a pretext to fight him rather than greet him. Yeah, elevator music quite literally. To Sojiro, Kumari had been the first person in the city he could look up to. They'd met at his first job, where she insisted he wasn't cut out to work the register after many mistakes, and convinced him to quit working at convenience stores altogether. So that's why I work at a bar now, which is probably an even harder job. In the end, she introduced him to his current job at the Chinese restaurant, the Mad Bear, a much better fit for Shojiro. Oh, it wasn't Mad Bar, it was Bear. I misremembered it as Mad Bar.
何その無理やりな顔なんか元気ないいつも以上にイラッと
Yeah, the soundtrack in the demo's been really nice.
しずきのいいところなんていつもピシッとしてる背筋ぐらいなのにみっともなく丸まっ
Mad
て
bar
るし
sounds amazing. It kind of sounds like an Alice in Wonderland themed bar. That would be so cool. I can imagine Japan would do a really nice job with that. Somewhere in Harajuku or Shibuya, have like an Alice in Wonderland themed psychedelic bar. That would be so cool.
もしかして悩みとかあるの？マットベアにタチの悪い先輩でもいるとか。
She knows she's being a total
tsundere.
tsundere. She wants to bully, but she still wants to look out for me. It's pretty cute. Though her tone was stern, her eyes were earnest. Having grown up in the city herself, she was irritated by virtually everything Sojiro said and did. Nevertheless, she still treated him like an equal. Introducing him to his current job was just one example of her sincerity.
いや、
Interesting Paladin!
悩みとか
Oh,
そういうんじゃ
Paladin,
な
the
くて
Pokemon, I think you mean.
不思議なことがあったというか
Mm-hmm.
珍しいものを見たというか
Yeah, nowadays you can go all out with the lighting. That'd be so cool. Mm-hmm. You survived! Can you roll like congrats, Confort? Something really unusual, like getting smacked with a bird. Sojiro could not find the words to explain the situation, but that did not stop him from trying. There were no problems with the mad bear to speak of. He liked it just as much as the other job at Wotatsu, the fishmongers in the shopping district. In fact, his problem had nothing to do with work at all. No, his problem was a certain blue bird that would not stop pecking at him.
鳥につっつかれる？何それ？
How do you explain that to someone? Be like, yeah, I have a bird in my house.
青い鳥っていう
It
の
won't
は
stop
確か
pecking
に
me.
珍しいわね。
No, I believe you. I guess he left out the it's indoors part, huh?
いや、珍しいのは外見の話じゃなくて
The fact that it has a constellation pattern on its neck? He stopped, unsure of how to proceed. This frame makes me laugh so much. Words alone were not enough to convey the bird's plump body or the sound of its chirping. They had magic stars all over it. Total normal bird.
綺麗な青色といったらマウンテンブルーバードだけど、日本にはいないわよね。
I think this is a little more than foreign to just Japan, I'm afraid. I feel like this bird's been isekai'd or something.
青いツバメだったらいるかもしれないけど。
いや、ツバメじゃなくて丸っこいんだ。図鑑で調べたんだけど
Bluebirds
どう
don't
も
look
コマ
like
ドリっ
this though,
ぽ
so
い
I don't think it's a bluebird either. It's like a robin, but blue.
青色のコマドリは存在しない。しずきは縁日の青ひよこって知ってる？知らないわよね。いい、そう面白い話じゃないから忘れて。
They probably just dyed it blue like those blue chicks. I always wonder if that's really a good idea. I feel like dyeing little baby chicks is probably really fucking cruel. I don't think people should do that.
それより
bluebirds also
その
aren't that
コマ
blue.
ドリって
They
1話だ
have
け
a
なの？
white stomach and then very pale blue on their back.
ああ、1羽だけだ。
I have a lot of
つがいは
bluebirds
見当たらない。
around.
突然変異だとしたらちょっとかわいそう
A bit
ね。
more food while I'm waiting. Oh.
生まれた時から最後の1話だなんて孤独にも程があるわ。
Time to very quickly find out what else you're compatible with, I guess.
どんな鳥かは知らないけど、次に見かけたら優しくしてあげたら、自販機で10円を拾うぐらいの幸運が運んでくれるかもよ。
I feel like this bird's only gonna bring me bad luck, though. Her words are perfectly kind, but he could hardly sympathize with the creature after all that painful pecking to which it had subjected him. He wouldn't have called the bird lonely either, because it's got the other three, I guess. How'd you be lonely when you got the 3 people to chill with? You got early birthday tacos for dinner from your favorite place. Nice! It's always good when you get to eat from your favorite place. You enjoy those! Also, happy early birthday!
いいじゃない、小鳥1羽ぐらい。そりゃ都会で鳥につつかれるのは珍しいけど、いい方の珍事よそれ。これがゴミ袋を漁るカラスの大群だったら困りものでしょうけど。
そういえば他にも気になることが。
It's tomorrow! Oh, nice, nice, nice! I guess that is a bit early then, but celebrating today is never bad. If you have leftovers, make sure to save some so you can have it tomorrow too. Her example had reminded him of the mystery of the disappearing birds at the mansion. A stranger than a strange event.
実は今あそこに見える丘に住んでるんだけど。
Way to just casually tell your classmate you live in a haunted mansion.
出るんだ。大量のムクドリが頻繁に。そのくせ街に出ると見かけない。
Make an alliance with the crows against the magic bird? True. I feel like the crows could peck it for breakfast.
街じゃ鳥なんて見かけないし。
Yeah, it does kind of look like a
あそこは
photo,
山
but
だ
the
か
way
ら
it's
動物は
processed,
多
I
いんじゃ
don't
ない？
think it is. It might be a composition of a number of photos, but it's not a straight photo.
それよりあなた、あの山に引っ越したの？前のアパートは引き払ったって聞いてたけど、学校まで通うの大変じゃない？
少ないな、
なんだったあの偏僻なところに。
Aside from stressful chaos, how's travel been so far? I haven't traveled very far, to be honest. I'm just crashing with a sibling while renovations happen. I'm gonna be traveling more properly in January, and then I'll be staying with Akka for a bit, hopefully.
ちょっとした成り行きだよ。それに通うのは大変じゃない。大変なのは中の話なんだ。
Oh, fancy putting out in a new weekly currency. Is that for the Mughal tombstone thing? Took 30 minutes to reach town on foot. That's not too bad. A 30-minute walking commute is not that bad at all. Also, I'm sorry if the routines aren't working. I did set them up, but I've been told they're not working. I don't know why. I'm sorry. They should be working, they're just not. The 40 minutes to the nearest convenience store will be a real kicker for most people. But for Sojiro, it's no inconvenience. The real problem was the dark forces beyond human understanding that lurked within the grounds. Understandable.
すまない。それはクマリに話すことじゃなかった。それより今の話だ。街には鳥が少ないと言ったけど、どうして？
I feel like maybe the birds just don't come to town because there's more people. They'd want to see where it's quiet and more trees and stuff, right?
環境に適応できなかったのよ。
Or we stole their environment. I feel like it's more we stole the birds' environment and now they can't come here.
何？鳥の話には随分と食いつくわね。しずき、動物好き？
どちらかというと好きな
She's
方
like, yes, I love birds. Have you heard of a bird called Mume? I can imagine him being a chill VTuber enjoyer.
そう、私は嫌い。
But she hates
そんな
them.
私に
That's
鳥の
why
話
she's
と
not
かして
liking
ほ
this
しい。
conversation. I was wondering why she sounded so cranky. Her statement could hardly be more self-contradictory. Minutes after telling him to be nice to that bird that attacked him, she's now claiming she did not even like animals. Well, just because you don't like animals doesn't mean you're okay with animal cruelty. Also, Maureen, welcome back.
そうだな。嫌いなだけで苦手でないのなら、知ってる範囲で聞かせてほしい。
痛いとこつくじゃない。いいわ、バイトまでの時間つぶしにしてあげる。さっきの続き、環境に適応できるかできないかってところからね。
She's about to attack me, isn't she? Survival is about being able to adapt to your environment. The way that the music just died, she's gonna be like, so can you adapt, Sojiro? Attack. Fear. Or it's gonna skip ahead to an attack scene, maybe. I don't feel like ending it on that line is a coincidence. That doesn't seem like a coincidence at all. The fact that, like, survival means being able to adapt. They're gonna toss us into hell now, aren't they? I guess it's very chill, maybe not. I kind of thought we were gonna be tossed into hell, but I guess it's chill times. Chapter 2. We went backwards. Until Mahoyo arrives, you play Air. Wait, is Air out in English? Wait. Chicos, are you playing it on Switch? When the fuck did Air come out? I've been wanting to play Air. How did I not know this? What the fuck? Fan trans only. Okay. Okay, I want to play an official one. I can wait. The morning sun alerted Sojiro that a day of work lay ahead. I know Air came out on Switch in Japanese, so it could be a matter of time. We don't know. Specifically, the gardens needed tending to. And an unkempt garden made for an unhappy Sojiro. Luckily, today was his day off from all his part-time jobs. It was the perfect opportunity to get his hands dirty. Yeah, I guess she will be teaching us how not to die. Also, GGM! With this chat, it actually said that you rated, so now I know for sure. I tried giving you shoutouts a few times before and it didn't work, so I'm not gonna try that right now because I have one monitor and it's difficult, but thank you so much for the raid, GGM! I think Clanad was, in English on Switch though, yeah? There's one problem, however. The mansion's grounds were vast. It does look like it could be maybe the background is like altered photo, or they have really good brushes. The grass looks just stunning. Only Clanad, Planetarium, Harmonia, and Little Busters. Oh yeah! I remembered Little Busters was there too. I didn't know it was by the same team though, somehow. You have a new cast and you're like, I'm sorry, Maureen, that's rough. I hope you feel better soon. Not only had the courtyard been left to run wild, but the area around the front door had been neglected too. To tend to these problems thoroughly, he would have to work on them week in, week out. Yeah, this mansion would be perfect for murder mystery or horror VN. How do we know this isn't though, to be fair? I don't actually know what genre this is, other than Type Moon's probably a bit of fantasy and everything. I haven't seen Clanad actually. I held off watching it because I figured I'd rather play it. I just never got around to it. But I feel like I'd get more out of the game than the anime. Also, Coach, thank you for the super! You just tried to put a Santa Claus suit on Manty? With matching beard and hat, she hated it. We'll tag you. Please do tag me, I want to see it. Thank you for the super.
Oh yeah, but you get that money.
まずは地ならしたな。
In an ideal world, his task would only take a day, but for its enormity. For the moment, Sojiro decided to set foot into the mansion's wilderness and evict the weeds. That looks like an wait, these are weeds? I love them! Weeds are beautiful. I don't understand why there's so much stigma against like weeds as well. People are like, ew, you have to have perfect grass. Have you heard of biodiversity, my friends? I really like weeds. I feel like yards full of weeds are truly beautiful. I don't know if it's because they give me that sweet witchy vibes or not, but I really like yards full of weeds. I think they're beautiful. And yeah, they love wildflowers. I really love them. Wasting none of the early light, he started tackling the ones around the mansion. By his estimation, he could clear the full courtyard and backyard, and then take a small rest. How the fuck do you do that all in one day? I wouldn't be able to. Kazuha, welcome! Hello. Why is this looking kind of sus?
どうしたの彼
Wait, there's not two of her, right? This is probably just the sprite and a close-up. I don't think there's two of her, right? Forecourt must be like in front of the house, is my guess. Like before the gate to the courtyard, maybe. I think it's close-up. Okay, I was gonna say, does she have clones? Like, what the fuck?
さあ、草摘みが趣味ってわけじゃなさそうだけど。
Sounds like he is out there for fun though. It sounds like he enjoys reading, yeah? It was just before noon in the sunroom. Alice had come down, book in hand, to find Alko sitting down with a fashion magazine and elegantly sipping tea. Saw type moon to the end and got interested. Yeah. We're playing it a little bit slow because I don't have too much longer. We might not be able to finish the demo, but the demo is out in English on Switch. It's also out physically and digitally. But if you want to get a physical, I believe it's only available in Asia. But at my link, you can grab a physical copy. And the Japanese one will have English on it as well. Through the window, she could see the crouched figure of Sojiro shuffling by.
朝から
Could
や
the
ってるみ
sunroom
たい
turn
よ。
into a moon room at night? Technically.
起きてカーテン開けたら、もうあの格好でスパスパやってたから。ついでに焼却炉の掃除も言いつけ
I
と
would
いたけ
actually
ど、
die.
いいでしょ？
How sensitive I am to dust. I think I would actually die if I had to clean an incinerator. Demo, thank you for the super. ASMR boss is so relaxing. Also, thanks for recommending Wednesday. You're loving it. I'm glad you're loving it. It's so good. I need to finish it when I get back. I don't have time while I'm here because I'm not really watching anything while I'm here. I'm just relaxing.
いいけど頑張るのね彼。外はあんなにも寒いのに。
I think Wednesday is one of the only mainstream shows that I actually don't hate. I was really hold on a sec. I was really enjoying Umbrella Academy as well, but
Oh yeah, but you get that money.
I found the last season kind of felt like it was losing the heart of what made it Umbrella Academy. I don't know. I think it's the fact that the sister just started getting so angry. It really rubbed me the wrong way, and it just doesn't feel like the same show anymore. It's kind of off-putting. Alice quietly sat down. Her teacup had been placed on the table for her. I won't spoil the context of what I said, Demo. Season 2 was quite good. I have mixed feelings on Season 3, though. She poured herself some tea and proceeded to open her book. I find it so relaxing how they shift through all the visuals like this. It's so nice. Yeah, the Addams Family live-action movies are great too. I wasn't really a fan of the cartoon. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't give it a chance because I didn't like the art style. So maybe it's good, I don't know, I didn't like the art style, so I didn't even watch it. The two sat passing the time in silence. Having happened to have the same idea, a nice, relaxing cup of tea in the sunroom. With their evening roles decided, there was no need for idle chatter. Hold on, I gotta text my sibling. I'm running a little later than I said. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got an update about the renovations. They're probably behind. Me. I guess some of it might have to happen while I'm away in January. We'll see. We'll see. Alka stared out the window, intermittently turning her gaze to her magazine. Alice was immersed in a book on rune magecraft, occasionally tilting her head up as if to recall something. So I guess he knows that she's a mage then. It doesn't seem to be a secret. What a weird shot though, zooming in on the teapot handles. As if by unspoken agreement, in unison they pressed their teacups to their lips and glanced outside. To the two girls, Sojiro appeared as if he were an animal in the zoo. Neither was interested in lending a hand. He's like, guys, I'm dying out there, can you help? Oh, we found from the opening. Despite his sluggish movement, he was making good progress. As Alko's attention turned back to the sunroom, her eyes met Alice's. Alice returned her gaze to her book, though moments later she raised her head again. Okay, finally. Oh my god, I'm fast. Holy shit, look at that cleaning. I wish I could do that. I feel like the real mage is soldier role. That's my face right now. That's my face right now. That is my face right now. Clearing her throat, she attempted to focus on reading. Just tune out, but like that didn't happen. Brain can't process, so we don't acknowledge. I need that guy to clean. This one guy. It wasn't cleaning people. It was one guy. It was no surprise that Alice admired Sojiro's diligence. Not even 30 minutes had passed before he cleared the courtyard of its unsightly weeds. Without stopping once, the mysterious gardener left the courtyard, puffing clouds of white breath. The area he left behind was spotless. Well, he seems to have it down to an art, so I'd say probably to an extent. That kind of face. I love it so much. Alice muttered after scanning over his work. That's true, growing up in the mountains must have given him some skills. A stalwart, Sojiro worked confidently and ceaselessly. She was impressed, like she was watching a scene from a great movie, but before long she grew irked. Why would he waste his energy like that, she thought. Alice looked at the clock.
焼却炉。今から手入れをしたら夕方ね。
Well, if you don't want sooner, do it yourself, lady.
朝上から見てたもん。
Oh, he already did it.
壊されちゃいけないからあれこれ指示出してね。
If you give time to give him some pointers, don't you have time to do it yourself?
いやー、窓開けて散々となったから部屋が冷えること冷えること。
If you hadn't yelled at him that long, you should have just fucking done it. It was safe to assume Aoko had come to the sunroom to escape her cold room. That makes no sense. The sunroom would be even colder because the glass wouldn't have as good insulation, right? Wouldn't the sunroom be the coldest place in the mansion? Between barking orders from a window and cleaning in the cool, it was clear who had the harder job. It's true, maybe there's magic keeping it warm.
言ってたけどよく聞こえなかったわ。
Cheeto, hello! In other words, his complaints fell on deaf ears. So he complained but she couldn't hear it. That's beautiful. Such beautiful landscapes. However, you should be wary, young lady. I think we just skipped ahead again, didn't we? For this is not a story of just warmth and cheer. We're getting attacked now? I feel like we're near the end of the demo. It's by the same team as Fate, Cheeto. It's by Type Moon. It's Mahoutsukai no Yoru, or Witch on the Holy Night. From here, we cross into the realm of night, bordering fact and fiction. And so, let us now speak of the witch and her day. I thought the witch was Alice. Maybe I was wrong? Here we go. I'm assuming this is the last section of the demo and it's probably a little more violent. Few more chapters, fuck! We can't finish it, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end early. I need to be ready for my collab an hour early and I need a bit of time to rest in between talking this quiet. I'd like to get to at least one set of action though if I can, but... I tell you what. We'll go around 25 more minutes if I can. Oh, wait, we got some action here maybe? Let's see. Okay, this is kind of scary. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I really don't like this.
周囲の地形をスキャンします。
Why did this become the Illuminati and why is this eyeball staring at me? I don't like the eyeball.
大気成分、窒素異常なし、酸素異常なし、
I feel too observed. I don't want to be perceived in this way. I don't want to be perceived this much.
第五仮説要素、
So, fifth element.
異常、
The fifth element is something quite bad right now.
周囲の時空連続体に
This is space-time discrepancy. This is like a time travel game.
第一種危険物との遭遇と断定。
Patricio, hello! As this is about the girl that gives the glasses to Shiki or the puppet master. I am not familiar with enough lore to be able to answer that question. If anyone else knows, I cannot give an answer to that.
視覚領域を主観から客観に変更。自律回路を予備電源に。計測回
The
路を
voice is really
主電源
unsettling. I
に。
don't like the voice acting here. That's really well done, but it's stressing me out.
カメラを赤外線計測から虚数線計測に変更。
Wait, is this the eye of the bird? Is it the bird? Is the bird the one doing the scan?
では、
The eyeball just rotated. The eyeball rotated.
これより戦闘行為の記述を開始します。主よ、
I did not like that turnkey
どうか我が
rotation.
身を守りたまえ。
Okay, we get some more beautiful music, it looks like. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna take another speed washroom break, guys. Mostly to get more water. I'm running very low because I thought I was going to finish by now. I'm gonna keep going as long as I can, but at one point I'm gonna have to dip. I'll be right back. Hold on.
That is definitely something.
Great donuts. Look at them. They're all powdered.
I sure love
and
jelly-filled
delicious.
donuts.
My favorite.
I love Frog. But yeah, you want to say it together?
Mm-mm.
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
Three,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
It's B.
Yay! Your phone's got a point! The waterfall. Woo! Fuck. I wanted to go in the waterfall. Wait, where did it bring me? Good place. I just got isekai'd. I just got isekai'd. Where am I? I got isekai'd! Oh! I'm where I wanted to be! The Phantom of the Opera's arrived inside its bar. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Obake Pam. I'm CEO of Playasia. I do lots of streaming, like Pokemon, Nikkei, Final Fantasy 14, lots of music, and just chatting. And right now we're looking at some of the Pokemon glitches, and then I'm going to bed! I love this. I love this. They used foul play. That's cheating. I won! Guys, I won! Because foul play is cheating. I automatically win because they're a sleazy fucking cheater. They cheated! I win! Yeah, Bad Dragon! Custom handmade fantasy sex toys and dildos. Primarily targeted at members of the furry fandom. It's Dragon It's dragon-shaped sex toys, dildos, masturbators, and adult accessories. Not that I can show you any single thing on the website, but if you don't believe me, you can look it up. I'm not a furry. Cat boys don't make you a furry. That's one of the lore bits that if Boss had been told ahead of time, she would have probably thought was a fake spoiler. Someone's like, yeah, guess what? Someone fucked the dragon. I'd be like, no, they didn't. Apparently they did. Is it available on Playasia? No. You have to go to Bad Dragon, I'm sorry. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we could get dragon dicks. I don't know. It's not really my priority. On it. Yo, I can go down the slide? Best game ever.
What was that for?
Poor Akka.
What was that for?
Rip Akka.
I hired you and you killed me? I didn't kill you. I wasn't the imposter. That was definitely one. It said you're an imposter, and two, you're dead.
I'm a VR. I cannot believe
But then you would win. Yeah, why didn't you win?
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Hold on. I'll turn my volume back up on my end. Here we go. Okay, we'll play a bit more. My sibling's gonna help me get some takeout, so we should be okay. This chapter and something like an ending is left. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish it. Thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna try to speed read a little bit and not get too distracted so we can see if we can finish it all. And I muted my computer. I muted my computer, so don't worry, no one heard anything. I do want to try to finish it if I can, though. Alright. Misaki City was a thickly wooded area. Urban development continued unabated, but Mother Nature still drew breath in its outskirts. Wise old trees had been returned to lumber. I was about to say burned, but I guess lumber gets burned anyway, so accurate still. The leaves had begun to turn to mulch. Even though the birds who curiously tilted their heads had moved on, the verdure lived on, a testament to its enduring strength. Until the time came that the devouring light of civilization became powerful enough to encroach upon nature's mysterious domain. This is so flowery. I don't mind, but holy moly. This is like... You could condense this down to... Until humans came and wrecked nature. I can say this entire paragraph in like... a tiny sentence. I really like this high piano though. These woods were no exception. The outlying border between Misaki City and Misaki Hills had been left untouched. Though driven from their nests and dens here, wildlife continued to subsist even today, no longer able to return to the days before man. This was just like any other forest situated next to a town. Creepy ghost voice. That sounded so much creepier than I think it was intended to. I wonder if the witch is a different character we haven't met, and this could be the witch. Winter had arrived in the woods. The chill cut like a razor. The prose was never Type Moon forte. I both agree and disagree. I think it is Type Moon's strength to an extent. But the thing with it is it's going to either be your thing and you're gonna really love this type of prose, or you're not. There's not many people who feel like somewhere in the middle with this type of writing. You kind of either love it or you hate it. The icy air is so thick it could reach one's bones. It could reach... Also bad grammar. Exposed cheeks stiffened, and wisps of breath formed swirls in the air before disappearing. It was 1 degree above freezing. The cold snap penetrated every nook and cranny of the woods, from the ground to the trees to the wildlife. Why is it that the reverb they put on the voices to combine with these vocals is just so fucking unsettling? The forest allowed nobody entry during the day. Give me a sec. Oh, yeah. Hi, Ben's Prison! During the winter, it willed the animals to slumber. The still evening air felt like the stagnant breath of the lingering dead. I'm liking this part of the game, though. The vibes are really cool. The forest consumed the moonlight, obscuring the sight of even the closest of precipices, and hastening the untimely doom of any soul unfortunate enough to become lost within. The only noises to be heard were the whisperings of the wind and the murmurings of the stream. The immortal darkness stifled any sense of life. Not the breath of an animal, much less that of a person, was drawn in this place. However, a figure in black, not of this place, skulked within. So this isn't a place where people can go, but the undead can be. Like zombies, or vampires, or witches, or ghosts, or something along those lines are able to exist here. Something that doesn't breathe. That's the key word. Nothing draws breath, but something exists. Ghouls! Yeah, it's probably ghouls. Kinda looks like Alice. It cast the tiniest, frailest of silhouettes, like a small boat lost in a sea of fog. Its trepidatious footsteps echoed through the woods. There, exiting the veil of trees, was the unmistakable likeness of a young girl. Also, ghosts and zombies don't exist in this universe. Okay, so it wouldn't be them then. Creepy.
来たぞ来たぞ。
いるぞいるぞ。
Even more creepy.
誰が誰が？
誰と誰が？
I feel like this experience would have been very different without the voice acting. The tones of the weird voice acting here are really adding so much.
お腹は減ったの？
お腹は鳴ったさ。
I feel like they want to eat the little kid. Can you do creepy voice acting? Well, like this, no, because it's creepy because the effects are on it. If I can do creepy just in terms of creepy, ask Chet.
どっちが食べる？
どっちも食べる。
You can both. That means there's two people here.
お前は右手。
Or do they mean arms or legs?
歓迎しないと。
感激しないと。何しろようやく楽しいお客。
They want to eat the guests. Got it. Got it. Yeah, you wouldn't even known it was supposed to be creepy without the voices here.
ついでにお腹と脛骨も。
せっかくだからよく噛まないと。
So they are gonna eat the child. Oh no. Or she's gonna kill them. Probably she's gonna kill him. Now what gracious toes I mean, depending on your definition. The shadows in the trees laughed ominously.
"さあさあさあさあ、
もっと奥へ、もっと奥へ。
ところでダイスは細工済み？
お腹の重いローデット。
端っこかじったエッジワーク。
I don't know how long I was muted. Sorry.
どうでもいいけど肝心要の6の目だけは出さないように。
Oh, so that's dangerous to roll. Like 10 seconds, okay, not so bad then. That's good. I still don't know if this is Alice or a new girl. It looks a lot like Alice, but I'm not 100% sure. The girl knitted her eyebrows. She heard voices and felt the presence of things that should not be. Scary enough to frighten this particular girl? As if. Her tightly pursed lips betrayed not a hint of fear. The girl walked of her own volition. If she had truly felt fear, her legs would be frozen. Deep within the trees, she was perfectly aware of the two humanoid figures stalking her through the still night air. Was this when she got delivered delivery by the cat? That would be funny. Yeah, early 2000s detected. That's probably the same translation if it came out on PC earlier. I really like the creepy forest backgrounds. So fancy. The girl halted her steps. Racket from the accompanying voices died in turn. The babbling brook suddenly sounded like a cackling fire. And then... There's two eyes now? I guess most things that have eyes have two eyes. Across the shallow stream, something appeared that should not exist in the city, much less these woods. Maybe they're smiles. Oh, they're smiles! Because I was thinking maybe like Cheshire Cat.
こんばんは。話のわかる人はいる?
Girl addressed them calmly. That's true, you need a pair. I mean, you could have one. That's an insult to Cyclopses. These men with their Glasgow grins creeped towards her like two slugs.
そう。ただの墓守り。監視だけが仕事なのね。失敗したわ。これなら青子に任せればよかった。
In other words, it's too easy for her? Oh. The one grinning man stood still. She's about to make the woods wreck them somehow, isn't she? The other, shaking violently, as if unable to contain himself any longer, turned towards the girl.
青子にはまだ荷が重いわね。そんな姿だけど、あなたたちは一人前の魔術師のようだし。
Oh, so they're mages as well then. Oh. I thought maybe they were monsters. I guess if they're also mages, that makes more sense. Her black outfit stirred. In her right hand, she held a vitreous cat, darker than the deepest night. That's what she meant by cat delivery! Maybe she kills them and steals their food or some shit. The cat seems to be this, device thing. The two Glasgow men let out a yelp of caution and incoherent fear. It was at this moment that they finally bared their intent and emotion.
さようなら、お客様。
She's gonna murder the shit out of him.
きっと一瞬だろうから。お別れだけ言っておくわ。
Oh shit, my controller might die anyway. The two shuddered at her words. She kill them and eat them. They were gonna eat her, but she ate them. Just kidding. They had no mouths, nor ears, or brains to begin with. For creatures like these, words were redundant. She just used immaculate vibes to kill them then? All that existed was the present. Yeah, we're going out of time, it looks like. We don't need time if we're going out of time. For these soulless creatures, fears, hopes were nothing more than an unimaginable future. Then what could be this feeling of foreboding they left? This is a really creepy visual. A spine-chilling miracle that would rip them to pieces not moments from now.
さあ、ごっこ遊びをしましょう。
This is really weird. I love that though, but it's really weird. The dynamic use of the trees here is really nice. Rendering the background in layers instead of having it be flat, so you can do lots of cool movement like this. That's my favorite part about this game so far, I think. That and the music. Her song sounded like a bell echoing through the white woods. The girl's voice vanquished the frost that had gripped the trees. Then... Is that a cow? Is that a cow? Or are those the two monsters I'm supposed to vanquish? It looks like two cows. The battle music's pretty badass. The curtains opened on Diddle Diddle, the banquet of the night. In confusion, one slit-mouthed man swooped towards the girl. In fear, the other fled into the woods behind him. That squishy sound effect though. Is that the book or is that blood? The deformed humanoid darted forth, kicking up water as it rushed to the girl. Okay, so it's water. She already knew what this fiend was. Pig cow, and you're right, it was a little piggy as well, pig cow. The grinning figure had scissors for hands and a demon's heart. We just gotta snip that heart out. It's cow! It was a wretch who kidnapped children, mercilessly rendering them into pieces.
Tweedle.
Can't believe we're fighting. They're dead! It is, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. That's your cow pigs. Nice!
お任せお任せ。ようやく出番だ。あらよっと。
Oh, so the things in the woods were different than the creepy voices. The creepy voices were my allies. Got it. The piglets bounded and rebounded like paddle balls. It is Alice themed. I should have got that from her name, but for some reason I didn't. The stuffed animals, over 3 feet in length, jumped and weaved their way between the trees. Ooh. This live 2D is so cool! Even with these strange creatures before him, the grinning man did not so much as blink. He raised his arms, but what emerged from his coat sleeves were not the humanoid appendages you would expect. In their place, fiendish cleavers, more than 1.5 feet in length. These appendages, which had torn so much of their prey to pieces, sliced cleanly through the flying pig's skulls. Yeah, the grinning man art style is so good. Oh my god, I love these visuals. The cutscenes are so nice. His limbs froze in place. The pigs' bodies were sliced perfectly in half. And then, the bodies close in on him and eat him. Instead of by the mouth, they close him in like this. Bisected from head to tail, the pig's innards became as an alligator, jaws and clamped down upon the grinning man's arms. That's actually quite terrifying to imagine this happening. It's kind of badass. From fingertips to shoulders, they were swallowed whole. It was all it took to rob the man of control over his entire body. Okay, this is actually making me like the game a lot more. I found it interesting earlier, but this scene is really, really cool. If a lot of the game is like this scene, I feel like it'd be a really fun game to check out the full one. This is totally up my alley. Another shiver of fear. These were no mere pig familiars. Immediately he realized that these were steepler monsters disguised as mere pigs. I think you got them together. Dragon, welcome. Yeah, did it complete 180 after 3 hours? I'm glad we got to play the demo through to this part, because I feel like this part's gonna help people decide if they actually want it or not. I wanted to play at least until we got to something kind of weird. So creepy. So creepy. Guess that's supposed to have lines, but didn't. Impossible. Its presence murmured 3 times. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Talking pigs were one thing. Even having one's arms chopped off was in the realm of occupational hazard. In an instant, the wood was enveloped in a dense wave of magical energy. Though vexing, it was still impressive. None of these facts were particularly extraordinary. These rare familiars, their bizarre attack, sheer innate magical energy to overwhelm others. He had experience with all these things. His employer was skilled enough to achieve all of this as well. Yeah, the sparkling trees, they really look nice. They remind me of some really cool Christmas displays I've seen that like mixed with back rooms vibes. However, so he dies. What were they? Not vessels. Not living creatures. Is Shodra just like watching this happen? Not beings powered by magic circuits. Even though only his arm had been bitten, none of the body would move. So they must be able to freeze him somehow. It was nothing like being bound or weakened. Oh, the music here is so creepy! This felt more like he'd become words written in a book, fated to keep to their page. So the mages in this are kind of like rewriting the book that's happening almost. That's really cool. Manipulating the book of fate, kind of. I know that this game isn't called Fate, but like the same principle as like if fate was already written out in a book and they're manipulating it. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but as the grinning figure's deformities indicated, he had overcome numerous curiosities and monstrosities. Illusions, enthrallment, compulsion, freezings, putrefacitions, and even petrifications, a power granted to only the pinnacle of mystic eyes. From poisons to magecraft, he had weathered a great deal. Same meaning. Yeah, I feel like he's probably not supposed to be in this dimension. But this was something different altogether. This music's giving me Umineko vibes. The penalty that bound him now was based on different principles from blood, flesh, oxygen, or heat. It was an unknown restraint that followed no rules he knew. Indeed, though it was terrifying to admit, it was as if he'd encountered something alien to everything in this world. Yeah, it is just a book now. These visuals are so beautiful. I can see why there's so much hype for this game now. This is really, really unique and cool. The aesthetic is just peak and creepy cute goodness. I am fucking in heaven. You can't tell because I can't scream right now, but I'm in like heaven playing this right now. Fangs sank into his left and right shoulders. For the first time in his form, he felt rage seethe up inside him. The basis of all things had to be absolute. So the thing that they're fighting isn't absolute, that's why we have to get rid of it. all mystics, all things bizarre, obeyed the same set of laws. But these pigs ignored them. Oh no, wait, that's me. Along with this dignity. I want to see this as an anime made by the team that made Madoka Magica. I feel like the team that made Madoka Magica with their like really weird visuals could do a really good job on this. Because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like weird Madoka shit.
6日で溺死半年経てば惨めな骸骨でもご無礼面倒だから今殺そうか
I mean, I feel like if it's gonna be rotting away so slowly, that's not rude. I'd be like, yeah, please just kill me. Whoa. How? Though he had no voice, he let out an exasperated scream. Wait, did I lose? He ripped his arm off. Yo.
おお、お前こそ三国一のものだよ
Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out real quick. We gotta be a little bit quieter today. We're gonna wrap up a little soon-ish, but thanks for stopping by while we're still live. Let me give you a shout out real quick.
Oh my god, I swatched shit. Uh-oh. I think I lost one of my pins.
Nice. Were you checking out Weekhead at one point? I keep meaning to, but I haven't been able to yet.
I need to take a picture of
also,
this,
your avatar
though.
is really cute.
Can anyone screenshot this?
Oh, people clipped it. Does that count?
This is so great. Thank you, Liggy. This is easy access, but
Then
you're gonna miss
physics
out on all the fun.
The physics though, damn. Thanks so much for thinking of me and for the raid. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you had a lovely stream. We're gonna try finishing the demo really, really quick, or at least this chapter of it. Because I'm already way over the time I wanted to end. For the cosplay event, did you have fun? The talkative pigs fell into the stream. That exasperated scream was the sound of the figure tearing his arms from their sockets. Armless, he rushed the girl. I don't think it's gonna hurt her though. This is still probably nothing for her. I'm glad he had fun. He may have lost his mangled arms, but not the object of his malice. He does have only one eye. The other eyes were just the smiles on the piggies. A mystic eye to pierce the heart of its victim. So there's something with these eyes that's unique then. A magic circuit designed to stop a beating heart. So if I make eye contact, my heart will stop. Is that how it is? It was beautiful in its simplicity. At point-blank range, it was the equivalent of an unavoidable shotgun blast. Oh, there's a Cyclops. I never would have guessed. Oh, never mind. It shoots shotguns from its eyeballs. I thought my version was more interesting. So she has one of those eyes in one of her eyes as well. But laser eyes firing his lasers. Tragically, that eye was all he had. Oh, the sound effects here I do not like. I do not like. I do not like. I do not like these sound effects. Okay. No, controller, stop it. He failed to realize that her song had changed. Ooh. For the giant, the earth-shattering strike was akin to the act of shooing away an insect. Its green, verdant veins pulsed. I do sing sometimes. Yeah. I can't sing today though, because I have to sing very quiet and it'll be worth it. Also, back to the big hello. Oaken bark covered its body, hardened sufficiently over centuries to repel even a chainsaw. On its forehead, inscribed in all manner of colors, was the word Emed. Though judging from its misspelling, the inscription was purely decorative. The spelling? Hmm? What's this supposed to be then? Do not like that sound effect. Do not like that sound effect. Tyranitar, thank you for the follow. It also went by the moniker Falling Down. That's why she was singing. Oh god, not the hiccups when I have this mic. Or alternatively, the Great Bridge. So there's power in the songs she's been singing. They've been casting with songs. Admired in different forms, it is the first of 4 miracles. Also, thank you, Derbika.
テムズ、もう一体の脈。
The giant responded to the girl's words. With roots rent deep into the earth, it raised its left arm to the heavens without moving a step. It's going on your wish list. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lazy Shinobi. Elsewhere in the forest, the grinning figure who had chosen to flee the battle was running through the night forest at full speed, trying to get the fuck out of here. Understandably so. Record and provide a detailed description of the enemy. Those were the orders assigned to him. Oh, so he didn't have to actually fight it, he just needed to get a description. He poured all of his energy into escaping this forest, with which he had become so familiar. Yeah, there were 2, I forgot about that. One ran away. In case of emergency, the plan was for one to challenge the enemy, while the other made a tactical retreat in order to report to their master. He dashed through the forest. I don't think it is the mouth. I think it's the eye just partially opened, isn't it? Though gripped by fear, he was confident in his ability to perform the mission he was designed for. Hey, Leon Valentine! We're being a little quiet today, but you just wish this game was available for PC, isn't it though? I think it's also available on PC. At least it used to be a long time ago. Nothing could catch him in these woods. I think the PC one doesn't have voice acting though, if I'm correct. Even the wolves could not track him. His bird-like legs thumped as he kicked them. Is he the fucking bluebird? Is he the fucking bluebird? Perhaps it was his creator's eccentric tastes that dictated their form when optimizing them for running. Electrolysis, thank you for the follow! The grinning man could reach a maximum speed of 45 miles per hour. That's fast. Well past the limit of any bipedal creature. After securing a distance of several miles, he turned around to confirm his safety. Am I almost done this part? Anyone who remembers? I'm getting really worried for time. I'd love to finish this part if I can though. There was no sign of pursuit. His crescent-shaped mouth lay, eyes slackened in relief. And then... After facing forward once more, he looked up to lock eyes with his doom.
London Bridge is broken down.
Oh god. That's so creepy. I'm gonna see that eye in my nightmares tonight. In the distance, you could hear the dark rhymes of Mother Goose. Adding the children's nursery rhymes here just makes it more creepy. Countless vines extended from the ground. Creepy nursery rhymes is also another big weakness of mine, so this is also hitting that. They formed into a monstrosity that conjured up images of an off-bridge, something resembling a giant arm. As the icon rotates,
my fair lady.
Is dead. Dead is done. Oh. A lot of nursery rhymes are really fucked up, to be fair, though. That's why they sound so creepy.
生還は困難
Super dead
解
seems
析
about
は
right.
困難転送は困難状況を終了します
So they went into the woods hunting her because they sensed something weird. Okay, I get it. I thought she went into the woods hunting them, but it seems to be the other way around, maybe.
終
Oh shit, I got it out too early. Oof. That was so cool. That might be one of the most interesting, visually unique scenes I've ever seen in a visual novel.
次はもっと高価な場所ならいいの
That
だ
was absolutely stunning. The girl turned on her heel. The invaders who had set up shop in the woods were eliminated. She had no interest in whether they had been good or evil, nor how many victims they had claimed. The shackles of civic society held no sway over her. This was the way of a pure-blooded witch. The way of a mainster. Or minster, maybe? Dark Knight, hello! I am good. Welcome back, Trisane.
僕たちはねえ僕たち
Is she
は
just gonna abandon them here?
腕この腕抜けないんだけど
She's gonna leave them like this, isn't she?
噛んだままだと僕らも動けないっていうかさ
Oh, they're gonna stay and eat it. Let's stay here and eat it.
ひどい飛べない豚に用はないと
次はお役に立ちますきっと
What's happening in
生まれてこの
97?
方失
I
敗
don't
続きの
understand this
僕ら
thing
だ
where
けど
everyone seems to think VTubers are Paimon. There's literally nothing similar between me and Paimon, like barely. Unless even one of the voices might have a similar voice to Paimon in Japanese, in which case you could be right. Who knows?
壊れるま
That one
でに
definitely
一度くらい
sounds
は
like
褒められ
Paimon.
たいね
It could be. It sounds kind of like it. Also, welcome by the land, helping hand. The girl let out a sigh and stepped into the stream. She removes her gloves and dips her slender fingers into the ice water. Good luck with your Chroma shopping!
6の目は出すなって言うけど6の目しか出ないようになってるわよねあなたたち
She's really badass. There was no response to her melancholy tone. You're 100% different from my one. That's why I was confused. I've had so many people come in before, just in chat or in Twitter or in YouTube comments, be like, "Are you Paimon?" And I was like, "What the fuck? I don't understand. I'm nothing similar, man." I can do a Paimon voice, just not right now. I gotta be quiet. In place of the once boisterous pigs were 2 black dice, now sitting in the palm of her hand. Crimson Face, hello! As the girl was about to say something to the scattered remains around her, she realized something that made her put a hand to her mouth.
お別れは済ませていたわね目ぐらいは聞いておくべきだったかしら
She's like, I should have asked them if they had any last words. You know you're a badass and you didn't even bother. Her slender, pale fingers traced her lips as if reluctant to part from them. Sighing again, she calmly left the dark woods the same way she had entered. Da 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 da. I can't help it. Alright. I think we don't have time for the next. Is this? I don't check to play this one before. We're not gonna read this one out loud. Maybe. I feel like this might be at 2 minutes. We're gonna read this for like 2 minutes. But if it gets into another scene, we're gonna quit. I just feel like this might be a closing remark type thing. So, in case it's just a few notes, we're gonna read it. This fragmented telling of bygone days ends here. Now we must fix our lenses and return to the very beginning. Make yourselves comfortable. We've kept you waiting long enough. Without further ado, Witch on the Holy Night. And then it's really gonna go to the opening. So we did manage to finish it. Fantastic. The opening is really pretty if it does show it, by the way. Let's see. Wait, what? This isn't... What is this? Okay, let's try to read it really quick. arrogant, greedy, and able only to destroy. I must be a wolf. I don't have regrets. There's no looking back. If my pride has left you behind, my sincere condolences. But at any rate, I suppose it's my fate to die at the hands of the Little Red Riding Hood. Interesting. I really like that it ties into nursery rhymes. I didn't expect that one. I think it might go into one more scene though. We might not have finished it. It might be a scene. Yeah, we're not gonna do the next scene. Sorry guys, I gotta go. So there is one more scene in the demo. If you want to download it and play the demo for yourselves, you can download it and check out the rest. There's a little bit more. I don't have time to do the next one, so we're gonna abandon ship. I gotta run. But I feel like we left off at a pretty good point. We got to check out a little bit of every vibe that's in the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quieter stream. I'm gonna see who we can raid real quick. We might come back tonight with some more quiet ASMR, depending if you guys want another change of pace. If I do another quiet one this evening, though, it would be just chatting. Probably. I think it'd be a lot easier. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see if we can raid real quick. I know on YouTube we're gonna raid Rita, and if she has raids blocked, I'm not going to raid anyone else. I'm gonna send it to raid someone else, but I'm gonna put the link to her stream in chat, because I'm gonna be doing the collab on Rita's channel, not on my channel. Who can we raid? I think we're going to raid, let's see. I think on, Twitch, we're going to actually raid, Shulon doing ASMR, because I feel like where I had no choice but to do an ASMR stream, I might as well send you guys to an actual ASMR stream. It's been going for like 11 hours. Let me make sure she's not just sleeping, maybe. I'll read her rules while the ad, plays. Rules. Follow rules or you'll be bunked. Be nice and respect me and the other creators. No religious or political topics. Try not to talk about topics unrelated to the stream. Don't bring up other streamers unless I've mentioned them. Any language is fine. Just be appropriate and respectful. Enjoy the stream and follow all the rules. So I'm gonna send you guys over there. She's awake. She's doing stuff now. So yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over there, I think. So on Twitch we're gonna go to Shula, and then on YouTube I'll set up the raid while the closing screen is on. Okay, I'll drop my links real quick and I'll see you guys. Okay, raid Shula, and then give me a sec to set up YouTube as well. Okay. And don't forget, I'm doing a collab right now, as I mentioned, on Rita's channel. I'll post it on Twitter, and I'll post it on Discord, and I'll try to redirect if I can. Let's give it a look. Let's see. Here's the waiting room. Alright, let's see if we can set this up. My controller. Alright, let me go to the ending screen while I set it up. We'll be there in a sec. Also, thank you guys for the follows. Hold on. I'm still here, don't worry. I'm still here, don't worry, guys. I'm just setting up the raid. Hold on. If it lets me. I think it's gonna let me. No, I don't have permission to raid Rita. Okay. Is there anyone live I can raid right now? I'm gonna send you to Emily's new model reveal on YouTube redirecting, but I'll put the link in chat, so make sure you come back, yeah? We're gonna read Emily's new model.